Trading is a mind game. You heard me. Trading is a mind game. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Fix your mind, fix your trading.
Welcome to the TP Masterclass. On behalf of Cliff Cheqona and the entire TP family, we're honored to have you here. You didn't just join a live session. You stepped into a transformational experience designed to help you master your mind, align your emotions, and trade with clarity and conviction. We'll be starting shortly. In the meantime, settle in and prepare your notepad. Like the stream, subscribe if you haven't already. And most importantly, invite someone who needs this. Because around here, we don't just trade, we transform. Let's get started soon.
Trading is a mind game. You heard me. Trading is a mind game. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Fix your mind, fix your trading.
Welcome to the TP Masterclass. On behalf of Cliff Cheqona and the entire TP family, we're honored to have you here. You didn't just join a live session. You stepped into a transformational experience designed to help you master your mind, align your emotions, and trade with clarity and conviction. We'll be starting shortly. In the meantime, settle in and prepare your notepad. Like the stream, subscribe if you haven't already. And most importantly, invite someone who needs this. Because around here, we don't just trade, we transform. Let's get started soon.
Trading is a mind game. Is a mind game. You heard me. Trading is a mind game. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Is a mind game. You heard me. Trading is a mind game. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Is a mind game. You heard me. Trading is a mind game. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Is a mind game. You heard me. Trading is a mind game. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Is a mind game. You heard me. Trading is a mind game. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Is a mind game.
Hi, TP family, and welcome to another TP Masterclass. I'm Tennyson Shells, and I just want to start by showing some love to everyone that continue to join us every Saturday. You are very welcome, and I hope that you continue to stay with us throughout the coming weeks that we will be holding the TP Masterclass. And if you are joining from any country such as Ghana, Nigeria, South Africa, just put it in the comment section and I will give you a shout out, because every single person that will join us from Ghana, Nigeria, South Africa, Kenya, Uganda, UK, you are always welcome. And thank you for coming to another TP Masterclass. And if you're also tuning in for the first time, I want to welcome you to joining the TP Masterclass. And if you're also watching the replay, just type replay in the comment section so that we will know that you are here to join us to watch the TP Masterclass once again. Once again, I said if this is your first time joining us for the TP Masterclass, we want to say a big welcome and thank you for joining us. Just put first time in the live chat so that we can see you and welcome you properly into the TP Masterclass. And because you're also new here, we have set up a YouTube playlist for you. We have it right here on the Cheqona YouTube channel. You just have to click into playlist and then you should see the TP Masterclass playlist. And then once you get there, you should watch the video that says what is really trading psychology. That is the foundation we want you to have for your trading psychology journey, and it will explain everything that you are missing in your trading life. So make sure that you check out the playlist if you're first time here, or even if you're not first time and you want to refresh your memory, you can always click into the playlist that we have titled TP Masterclass and watch what is really trading psychology once more, and that will be amazing for you. Also, from Monday to Friday, we post what we call the TP Declaration. It's just a picture with few powerful words written on it. I'm just waiting for them to. Okay, so this is an example of how it looks like on the YouTube community tab. Once you see something like this when you're scrolling on YouTube, or even you can even set a timer to always come on our channel to read the declaration. You have to speak it and you have to live it. You have to say it before you enter the market, because every fresh day that you trade is a new day for you to declare new words over your life, over your trading journey, and over your mindset. Because fix your mind to fix your trading. And I also want to take a moment to just let you breathe in, to remove every distraction that is in your environment, and to also remind you to grab your notebook or your journal that you use to take notes from the TP Masterclass every week. So yeah, make sure to grab your notebook and your pen or your journal or whatever you use to take notes, either your iPad, your tablet, your phone, anything that you use to take notes. Make sure that you grab it right now and just pause for a moment, breathe in to practice the 478 breathing technique. Just take it all in that you are about to receive new information today, and open your heart to receive it, to always just receive. Just take a moment to breathe and pause for a moment, remove every distraction from your environment, and just take it all in today. Make sure to participate in the live chat. Make sure that you are liking, you are subscribing, you are commenting, you are sending the links to your friends to also join us, your trading buddies that you trade with, or whoever you think will benefit from the information that we share on the stream will be able to come and join us and also be a TP family. Yay. So yeah, just one more quick message before I leave. It's a very serious reminder, because this space that we are building it for healing, clarity, and truth. And if anyone in the live chat comment is saying anything out of the ordinary and distracting others, we will remove you from the live stream. You wouldn't be able to comment in the live chat. You will be able to watch us, but you wouldn't be able to do anything else. And yeah, so if you want to avoid that happening to you, make sure that you are keeping it respectful, respect others, because we are all here to learn. We are all here to be impacted with the information that we receive from Mr. Willis and Mr. Kema and Mr. Cliff. So yeah, so be respectful of others and be respectful of yourself, and make sure not to distract anyone with your comments. So I'm just gonna hand over the session now. I'll be back to give out the shout out. So yeah, just remember to open your heart and stay present, and we will go deep. Thank you, everyone, and see you soon.
It's a mind game. You heard me. Trading is a mind game. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Fix your mind, fix your trading. It's a mind game. You heard me. Trading is a mind game. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Fix your mind, fix your trading. It's a mind game. You heard me. Trading is a mind game. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Fix your mind, fix your trading. It's a mind game. You heard.
Right. Hello, everyone. Hope you guys are doing excellent this afternoon, or maybe even this evening or this morning, depending on where you are tuning in from. Before I actually continue, please, can I just get clarification? Can you guys hear me okay? Let me know in the chat if I'm clear, or if you guys are perfectly fine with the, my speaking, my sound is perfect. Let me know. Let me not be rude. Let me first of all introduce myself, especially to those who are brand new. My name is Mr. Willis Arome. I'm somebody who is a proud father, a proud husband. Something I like to call myself is I don't necessarily perceive myself to be, even if I do look like I have the expertise at some level, I always remain a student. I always call myself a student. Myself involved in. I am always a student to the game. Perceive myself somebody who's also been trading now for just over, I believe, 4.5 years. So this October, involved in the markets. But most importantly, one thing that I love about this idea and this journey is the transformational aspect of things that I'm diving deep into every single day. And there are, believe me, new things. That your sound is breaking. I don't. You guys are still okay in hearing me? Now, is it better?
It's a mind game. You heard me. Trading is a mind game. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Fix your mind, fix your trading. It's a mind game. You heard me. Trading is a mind game. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Fix your mind, fix your trading. It's a mind game. You heard me. Trading is a mind game. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Fix your mind, fix your trading. It's a mind game. You heard me. Trading is a mind game. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Fix your mind, fix your trading. It's a mind game. You heard me. Trading is a mind game. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Fix your mind, fix your trading. It's a mind game. You heard me. Trading is a mind game. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Fix your mind, fix your trading. It's a mind game. You heard me. Trading is a mind.
Can you guys hear me okay now? Let me know in the chat if you guys can hear me. Sound is better. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Perfect. Right. So at any given time, thank you once again for the reassurance. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So once again, to all my TP family, to the entire family, to the entire system, I would like to say, especially if you're brand new, welcome to this session. My name is Willis Aromi, somebody who has been a trader for the last 4.5 years, a proud father, a proud husband, somebody who is very much a student to the game, despite any type of expertise and skills that I believe to have mastered. I'm always submitting to myself to a mold and a thinking of learning. That's something that I'm always subscribed to. And one of the honors and the privilege it is for me to be a part of this session, to be able to deliver this session when it comes to the book segment or the book review. Okay, so I'm really excited for where we're about to go with this. But most importantly, we've been doing this now for the last couple of weeks, I would say around about 4 to 5 months. But one of the things I'm super excited about, it's not just delivering the information, but it's more importantly the individuals that will be transformed. Not just necessarily because of the book, but because of why we are actually doing this. Okay, so the book, the summary, the book of the month or the book of the season, as we like to say sometimes, is The Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. Okay, powerful book, massive, powerful book. Okay, so get ready, take some notes. Okay, I'm not going to rush, I'm not going to speed, but most importantly, what I'm also going to be covering is aspects of a lot of the things that we've already mentioned in the last few weeks. Okay, so now I always usually do this. I'm going to emphasize it now, and I'm going to also probably touch more on it a bit later. But the reason why even I'm so excited as to be covering this particular segment is because we're not just reading a book, because the key to become successful is to read a book. Some might perceive it to be that way, but I think there's a lot more than just reading the book and reading the words. Okay, that's where I wanted to start off with. Okay, yes, we are reading the books. Some people will say the average successful person or the average millionaire reads about, I can't even remember the exact number now, but if I'm not mistaken, I think the saying goes that the average millionaire reads one book about 7 times, or the average millionaire reads about 6 to 7 books a year, whatever the statistic is. Okay, what I don't want you to do is focus on the stats just to meet the requirement and tick the box and say, I should be successful because I have read the book. Although, you know, these are words inside of a book, this is a person's mind that's been detailed in maybe 100, 150 to 200 pages of a book. What I really want you to understand is what sort of for example, myself as a Christian, I'll probably say as a revelation. Most people might say a light bulb moment, but understand the light bulb moment that these individuals have probably had to really be able to detail and display their findings, their discoveries in such a book is probably something that you should be more interested in rather. Okay, it's the mind of the individual. So that's just one perspective. I just wanted to highlight that. Okay, but bearing in mind, as we are doing this, we are also trying our best to do this with a transformed mind. Believe me, there's one thing that I'm going to tell you from the start, from the jump, is this, that we can try our best to apply all of these principles that we know. Okay, we want to apply the principles. We want to be able to say, okay, well, I'm going to read the book every single month, 5 pages a day. Okay, but you may never actually be transformed. I'll say that one more time. You may try to apply the principles, read the books, but in fact, you might never ever actually be transformed. There might not even be any power with what you're actually doing, especially if the mind has not been changed or transformed. Very, very important to perceive that. And so for me, one thing I want to even begin or remind you of is my story, sort of like my testimony. Okay, I am somebody for the last, I would say maybe a decade or more. I've been involved in sales and marketing, and I've been involved in certain crowds, amongst successful people, amongst not so successful people, really striving to become the best version of ourselves. And, you know, being surrounded by that for a number of years, I think one thing, it becomes inspiring to understand how people got to where they got to. And I think I shared this in our last session or segment that we had with the book review, that I sometimes looked up to these individuals that had a certain perception or a certain lifestyle. And I said, you know what? I can't wait to get to this particular position. I can't wait. Not knowing probably what needs to take place between here and where this individual is probably like this. They've just probably understood something about principles that I may not have unlocked in my mind just yet. So therefore, I'm looking at this as a distance, as a gap. I need to do this. I need to work on something exterior, when maybe it's something interior that needs to be worked on. And so for me, especially when it comes to reading books, it's something that I struggled with. In fact, I told you, I shared this story. I'll tell you the book that I read for quite some time. I read The Compound Effect. I first got introduced to the book, The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy in 2014, right? And I remember the book was to highlight the understanding of how money can compound, well, how your life can actually compound through the small, seemingly insignificant results, right? The actions, the delivery, the behaviors of what you do kind of compounds over time. Now, bearing in mind, I'll just expose myself here. With the mentality that I may have had at the time, I'm already thinking money. I'm not necessarily thinking habits. I'm not necessarily thinking transformed mind. I'm thinking, if, as the example states in that particular book, if a penny was to double every single day, double in value every single day for 30 days, would you rather choose the penny that doubles every single day for 30 days, or would you rather select, I believe it was £1 million cash or £5 million cash? I couldn't remember the exact figure. So for me, I'm already thinking about money. So in other words, I've already lost. I'm already a few steps behind. Okay. Because in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, how can I multiply my money? It's not a wrong thing to do, but in the mind of the wrong, in the hands of the wrong mind or the wrong individual, you're already setting yourself backwards. And so for me, I never understood early enough what it actually took to get the steps to begin to multiply money. If you guys have been following this week, the TP Masterclass, I've actually shared something really powerful on YouTube. It's about trading. And that trading is actually a tool to multiply money. Okay, that's just as you know, it's a very important aspect to really understand. It's a tool to be able to multiply money. Okay, in other words, if you talk about it from a perspective, a technical perspective, it basically means you have to have money to make money. Okay, yes, we understand that you can have a small account, grow a small account, steward the little that you have, compound it, have more access to capital, all of that kind of stuff. Okay, but the fundamental principle, one of them, you have to have money to make money. You can't try to do this trading thing with a scarcity mindset, because at the end of the day, if you're trading with money that you need instead of money that you can utilize to multiply it, you'll see the results. They will differ. They're going to be different, right? So it's very important to understand the mind that's actually reading and really understanding and taking in all this information. You could actually read this book. You can actually take in the information that we're giving you, and there is no change. And you will question yourself, why? Why? Why am I not changing? Why do I have the same result? Is it not the same structure or strategy that I have that's been working for so many years, or for some other people? Is it not the fact that I've been able to produce these results trading demo? But now all of a sudden I have the only money that I really want to multiply, and somehow it just doesn't work, or sometimes something happens and my mentality, my attitude towards this, the behaviors that are produced in the moment of the session, it changes. Why? So this is more profound than just words on the book. I'm really trying to penetrate people's minds this afternoon or this morning or this evening, because I really hope that you guys get that. Honestly, if it was just to do with structure, guys, this is the recipe for success. Do this, do A, do B, do C, do D. You're going to get the results in 90 days. Believe me. Do you think there will be a reason for this masterclass? There'll be no point of this masterclass. There'll be no point of this masterclass, because if it was that simple, right, none of us will be here. So understand that something needs to be able to change in the mind, right? Just like a civilian. Cliff shares this example all the time. Somebody who's a civilian holding a knife and somebody who is actually trained as in the military holding the same knife will have two different outcomes based on their training and their convictions. I'm going to pause. I hope you guys are understanding where I'm coming from today. Okay. I really want this to hit home for somebody, because look, the reality is we can talk about everything. We can talk about the technical stuff of the book. We understand that the money blueprint, is something important, because the money blueprint basically amplifies our understanding, our knowledge when it comes to money, the things that have been birthed in us from a very young age, to be able to form the habits that we currently have now. Our thoughts, our feelings. Maybe money growing up, something that you had an abundance of but probably didn't respect. Maybe your family, you're coming from a background or a family that had money, and maybe the money that you had, well, not necessarily that you had, but the money that your family had was just such an abundance that you just didn't see the value and the importance of investing, or maybe investing in your mind, or maybe just utilizing the money to even bless somebody, because you thought, yeah, just resources, just do what I want. You just didn't respect money, right? Or furthermore, you probably didn't respect money and the principles that comes with money. You might be somebody that comes from a background whereby maybe it just has been a bit challenging and difficult growing up. That, okay, now, I'm married, I've got 2 kids, and, I didn't realize that the life that people live when they're married and have a family is the way that it is. It's so complicated. How do people do it? And now all of a sudden, you're trying to work 1 job, 2 job, 3 jobs just to make ends meet. And you don't actually realize that actually stems from something, right? So it's important to know, yes, that's the mindset, but believe me, it takes a lot more than just telling you this is the thing that you need to do, right? This is the thing that you need to do in order for you to get the success or have the keys to success. There's more than that. Believe me, there's so much more than that. I hope you guys are getting me. Okay, so here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to explain to you just a few principles one more time, but most importantly, I want to emphasize on this very thing and this very matter that I've kind of opened up the session towards today. Okay, believe me, I'll say this again. In the mind of an untransformed person, believe me, these words, they have no power. There's no power. Don't come in this session expecting to receive technicals or technical things in order for us to get the results that we want. No, we need to be able to understand that this thing here, this tool, can be used to do powerful things. But if you do not respect the mind, if you do not choose to change your mind to be able to get the results that you want, in fact, as we keep saying, especially with this segment, the anthem, as we say, the anthem that as the slogan, TFAR, we need to be able to change the way that we think so that it can affect the way that we feel, so that it even changes our habits, our activity, the things that we even apply, the actions that we do in order to get the results that we are actually seeking for. But it first of all starts with a transformed mind. I hope you guys are getting this. Here's something I'm going to share with you. Okay, this is one of the wealth principles. We shared a few principles because, as you know, if you're reading the book, the structure is divided into, I think, 2 main structures, part 1 and part 2. Part 1 has around 50 or so pages, and it goes through the different wealth principles. One of the principles that stood out to me for this week's setup is this. It says, give me 5 minutes and I can predict your financial future for the rest of your life. Now, how does this, how this is very powerful. Why? Because look, we don't necessarily have to be a psychic to try and predict, is this person lying or is this person telling the truth? Are they making money? Are they a transformed mind? Do they have the lifestyle that I desire to have, even if they don't have the money? Is it the type of mind that I desire to be able to transform into, or like a model? It's very simple. You don't even need to be a psychic. Just look at their life as it continues to progress. Look at the habits. Look at who they associate themselves with. How do they grow? How do they speak? How do they act when they're in difficult situations? As the joke goes, if you can't stand the heat, then get out of the kitchen, right? How do they compose themselves when they're actually in the kitchen, when they're in the heat of things? Okay. So where I'm going with this is understanding that, look at all of the habits. Look at the time, for example, that you're waking up. Look at the discipline that you have in your life. If somebody was to have a camera, a video camera on you for 24 hours, what time you wake up, what you do, what you spend your time doing, what you say to yourself on a regular basis as a passing mention. When somebody cuts you up on the road when you're driving, how do you actually respond? When somebody has disrespected you, how do you still honor them? How do you, how do you respond? These are the things, these are the habits, these are the principles, especially when it comes to structuring your mind and your life in order to become successful in a success in trading as well as other areas of your life. Can you honestly say, confidently say with your chest that everything I'm doing is aligned and is progressing towards my success with 110% conviction? If you can't say that for yourself, then you need to take a step back and see maybe where you're going wrong with this. And it's not a bad thing to do. It simply means that you're actually observing your life and the principles and everything that you've applied, the habits that you've actually implemented in your life on a consistent basis, right? On a consistent basis. Look at everything. Take a step back and really ask yourself, am I doing enough? I'm not saying, are you enough? No, you are enough. Every single person here is enough to be able to accomplish things. Okay, so those are two different separate things. I don't want somebody to come on this and say we're not enough, or how Willis said that, we're not doing enough. No. That's not what I said. Okay, there's a difference between you being enough and capable and you observing and say, am I doing enough or am I doing the right things? There's a difference, massive difference. So what I'm saying here is take a step back and ask yourself, am I actually doing enough to change the way that I'm thinking? Because if the answer is no, and if the answer is not a 110% convicted yes, or 1000% yes, or if it's just a yeah, I think so, then really take a step back, because more than likely it's because you're not applying the right things. I'm saying this to myself as well. I speak to myself on a regular basis. Believe me, right? So it's important to understand and observe everything. This is also why I say I share this, but it's something that I shared quite a couple of months ago. One of the major things that really transformed a lot of things for me was writing, journaling. I'll be honest, there's been times where I've been inconsistent, but when I was consistent, it mirrored in my results in trading consistently for 3 months straight. Profitable months. Okay. The moment I began to become inconsistent, it showed a lot of inconsistencies in other areas of my life. So where I'm coming from over here is understanding that, taking a step back and understanding that what are certain things that I can implement to apply the principles, the rules in order to engage, in order that my mindset, my mentality will change or will be transformed. And as that continues to change and transform, it's actually mirroring a lot of the stuff. Look, I don't need to ask somebody, are you successful? Are you making money in trading? To be honest with you, it shouldn't be an interesting topic. It should be more, as we begin to hear the person speak, as we begin to hear the actions, see the things that are present, that are a result of their lives, the results, how they're treating their family, how they're even able to transform other individuals' minds. That's the results. Those are the actual results that will show fruits. Those are the things that will show fruits, that will bear the good fruits. Okay? You don't need to convince me or any one of us that I'm making money, I've got the best strategy in the world. Nobody actually should care. But when we begin to hear that individual speak we begin to hear that individual transformed. You know, I'm going to show my love and appreciation right now before I end this session. Okay. But when I hear the likes of Cliff speaking, it's very hard for me to be convinced that that's not a person that's been transformed. It's hard. It's complicated. I cannot say that I've listened to this guy and, you know, this guy's waffling, he's lying. It's impossible. I've been around him too long and, you know, understood his content and everything that he's doing, the vision that he's been used through him to put this whole thing together. It's important for me to say this is all fake. This is all for money. This is all surface level. It's hard. It's complicated. Why? Because I understand that the mind that's perceiving this is more beyond as an individual. Okay, the likes of Cheqona trades, right? It's very hard for me to really sit and listen to this guy and be like, yeah, this guy's waffling. This guy doesn't have the knowledge. Yeah, he sounds like he's technical. He sounds like he's always smiling on a call, and you know, yeah, I don't know if his results are true. It's hard. It's difficult to know that I'm listening to such an individual that is not transformed. Why? Because I can sit and listen to Cheqona and understand that the things that he's come from, it's not just rehearsed or scripted. No, it's results. The results show the impact it shows. He doesn't need to convince me that he's making money. Yeah, he can share his story, but he doesn't have to. I can see it. Same goes for each and every single one of us in the TP family. Can we actually see the fruits in your life? Can we actually take a step back and say, you know what? I've seen the transformation in this person based on your life. Look, let me give you a bit of technicalities here. I'm going to say Jabril. Jabril here is on this call, or Jay Shelton is on this call. I've never physically met these individuals. But if I had to meet this individual for one lunch or one dinner, just to say, hi, how are you? We meet each other. And this guy shows me a record of the journaling that he's done. Just based on the journaling, the things that have been written down, I can have an idea of where this person is going in their life. And an idea of the principles and the habits that they've applied over time. And then, of course, the most important thing is time, because over time, you'll be able to really, really, really see if what this person has been saying is actually true based on the fruits and the results of their life. Okay, so wealth principle, I think the most important wealth principle, especially with this particular session, I mean, it's probably the main one and the only one I've mentioned, is this. As the book says, give me 5 minutes and I can predict your financial future for the rest of your life. It's not complicated. Anybody can do it. You can look into my life and see where I'm going wrong and see a lot of the things that actually transform my mind. The same thing you can do for any single person. Give it time. Understand that if you do not choose to be a transformed mind, all of these tools that were given to you, we can give you 101 tools and you will still never be transformed. I promise you. I promise you, there's not going to be any single transformation. Okay, I love you all. You know, I love this particular segment because it's also reminded me of the consistency of reading. It's not just words on a book. It's about the transformed mind that's disciplining himself to read, but also remain transformed, remain a student. That's exactly why I always say to every single person that I'm a student of the game. I want to submit myself to remaining a student as often and as much as possible. Okay, guys, as you guys already know, I'm a student to the game. My name is Willis Arome, trader for 4.5 years, continuing to transform my mind and also helping each and every single person understand the perspective that needs to take place to transform your mind as well. I love you all. I'll see you guys next week, God willing, and we will continue to dive deep into this particular segment, the secrets of the millionaire mind. God bless you guys and see you very soon. Peace.
It's a mind game. You heard me. Trading is a mind game. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Fix your mind, fix your trading. It's a mind game. You heard me. Trading is a mind game. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Fix your mind, fix your trading. It's a mind game. You heard me. Trading is a mind game.
Hi everyone. So I'm back again to give out the shout out to first timers and wherever everyone is tuning in from. So we have someone from India tuning in, and we have Nigeria, Kenya, and Dubai, UAE, Tanzania, and we have Carter who is tuning in for the first time. Hello, welcome. I hope you make sure to check out the playlist that I mentioned. And yeah, so let me know where you are tuning in from in the comment section, but not to be here for long. I just want to give the reminder one more time, and then Mr. Kema will come on. And thank you so much, Mr. Willis, for the amazing session that you just gave us. So the message is a very serious reminder that if anyone in the comments is trolling or spamming or distracting others, I will quietly remove you from the session. So please be respectful of the environment that you are in, because we are here for healing, clarity, and the truth from everyone that gives us come on the session to give us information. So yes, this is it's not anything personal. When we remove you, just be respectful of us and yourself and respect the space. So yeah, without any further talking, I will just be leaving, and then I'll see you guys. Stay tuned. Thank you. Bye.
It's a mind game. You heard me. Trading is a mind game. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Fix your mind, fix your trading. It's a mind game. You heard me. Trading is a mind game. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Fix your mind, fix your trading. It's a mind game. You heard me. Trading is a mind.
Hello, wonderful people out there. A wonderful, wonderful weekend it is. And then also, let me just remind you that today is the last day of the month of May. It means, just a couple of hours away from right now, we will be in a different month. And interestingly, this coming month is my month. I was born in June. And so I don't take it lightly at all. It's going to be a great month. And then if you think it's going to be a great month to you as well, receive it in the name of Jesus. All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Emmanuel Napo Ado, popularly known in the trading space as Kema Trades, and it is always a delight to be on the TP Masterclass. If you can hear me perfectly, if you are happy to be here, let me just see any random comments in here, any random comment at all. It doesn't matter if you want to give fire. It doesn't matter if you want to say amen. It doesn't matter if you want to, just give a greeting. Just do it. Let me know you are alive. Let me know you are glad to be alive today. All right. Awesome. I see you all. I see Nelson G. I see Sachin. Some of the names I'm not able to pronounce them well. I see Jude. I see Promise. I see Abdullah. I see Maverick. I see Peace. I see Emmanuel. Great day to you all. I am glad that you are on the TP Masterclass today. Shout out to Willis. Thank you so much. Shout out to Tennyson. Thank you so much. And then I must say, guys, one of the main reasons why we do the segment that just passed is for us to be able to cultivate that spirit of reading inside of you. So don't just come onto the live and then just listen and then just go away. Strive to get the hard copy. It was great to actually have the book and then be following through with some of the things that Willis was talking about. Have the book. When we are done, go through the book, mark out those areas, highlight those pinpoints, keep them for yourself. It doesn't just end with TP Masterclass, it goes beyond that, right? And I'll be happy as an individual to know that this TP Masterclass actually contributed to someone, having a penchant or, generating that love for reading, right? Now let's get into today's segment that I have for you. It's quite short, and it is good that it is actually short. Last week, we started by going all the way back to the basis of financial market, right? I thought about how we have several financial markets on the market. We had bonds, equity, stocks, options, and then Forex happens to be one of them. And I also told you that I specialize in trading the Forex market. And then I gave you, like some requisite explanations to why I love the forex market, which basically had to do with why the forex market over all the other financial market. But hey, nevertheless, I'm not saying that everybody should be in the forex trading space. What I'm saying is I choose forex because of certain things that I came across, and I taught them, flawlessly on here. You can visit the past session and then rewatch that particular session. But if you want to endeavor into the stocks market, bonds market, equities market, options market, I'm not going to stop you as an individual. What I'm trying to say is make sure you get a requisite understanding of what you are getting into. Know what exactly you are doing before you can actually say, okay, you know what? I think that this is good for me and I want to endeavor into this particular area. That's what I did with the forex market. It actually took me a long period of time before I actually found my feet here. I didn't, honestly, if I knew that it was going to take me about 4 to 5 years of struggle just to be able to have my feet in trading the forex market from the onset, I wouldn't have entered into this space. But guess what? I did. And through the struggle, I built that passion, I developed that passion, and then gradually, here we are today. Today, we are just basically going to continue. So if my team is ready, let's bring up the slide that I am showing right now. Let's give it to them. Okay. So we are just going on to the beginner continuations, right? And this is the beginning of it. So we talked about how forex is different from all the other financial markets, and what actually makes it different is what is traded or what is transacted on each of the financial markets. So on the stock market, what is transacted on there is different. On the forex market, what is transacted is different from the bonds, from the equities, from the options, right? It goes on and on. And I stated that sometimes you can go into the forex market and you can find stock pairs or stock assets that are being traded on the forex market. But hey, let that not confuse you. When you see something like that, what is happening is in the forex market, we are doing what we call CFDs, right? Contract for difference. We are only trading the difference in the value of that particular asset. We are not owning it. We are not buying shares in it. We are not doing anything apart from trading the difference. And also, we talked about recession proof, whereby an individual can basically buy a stock on the stocks market, but in the forex market, we can actually trade sells, and then buys from that same stock asset, right? And we would actually make profit from the drop or from the decline in the value. But someone who is on the stock market who has actually purchased that particular stock share would not necessarily make that value that we have made by selling off whilst it is dropping in value. So you realize that it is what is traded or the components that is traded of an asset that makes it valid in the forex trading space. So in the forex trading space, I specialize in trading the gold market, not the gold as a commodity per way, but you must understand that I'm trading the difference in the price of the gold market. So if it's dropping, I could sell and make profit. If it's going towards the upside, I could buy and make profit. Now, in the forex market, we are trading currencies, right? If we are trading currencies, then what you must understand is that we are traders who are looking to make money. If we are making money or we are looking to make money, it means that we cannot afford to be trading a particular currency that is stagnant. Everybody, if I'm going into business and then I want to be able to sell something like this phone, right? Someone will tell me, yes, the demand for this phone is actually high. Therefore, if you go into a market area like that, you are relatively going to make a lot of money. Of course, because I want to make money, then this is the phone that I'm going to be transacting. This is what I'm going to be selling and then buying, right? At the end of the day, let's say, okay, this other phone is here with me, and then someone tells me, oh, if you are going to be dealing in this phone, I don't think that it is really good. Why? Because the demand for this phone is not available. So you could buy them, put them down, and nobody is going to come for them. At the end of the day, you realize that truly, if I do transact in this one, a lot of people are not going to come in for it. What has happened, I have relatively bought stocks of a particular, or I've bought, like several phones of a particular kind of brand that people are not coming in for. It gets stuck. Like people are not buying them. My money is stuck. I make a loss. I'll be understand. At the end of the day, when it comes to trading the financial market, when it comes to trading specifically forex, we are trading currencies. And so we advise traders that go in for the currencies that are constantly transacted. The demand is high for these currencies. I hope you understand. Now, these currencies are 8 major currencies. We have the United States dollar, we have the Great British pound, the Eurozone, we have the Canadian dollar, the Japanese yen, the Swiss franc, the Australian dollar, and the New Zealand dollar. If we were having a normal session, I would have hidden the names and then asked people, can you identify this flag? And then, like the currency, right? But since we are all here, I'll just basically mention all of them one after the other. So you can see the symbol, you can see the country, and then you can also see the currency that comes along with it, all right? Now, let's move on. These 8 most traded currencies, someone will ask, okay, so why is it that we are trading these ones on the forex market? It is because these are popular currencies, more transacted. These are sought after currencies. Let's take the United States dollar, for instance. This currency, United States dollar, is a medium for transaction almost in every country. Everywhere you find the dollar, it is popular. It is most demanded for many transactions that we do in our own countries. Even though the dollar is not our country's currency, we still have these transactions in the dollar. What I want to put in your mind is the demand for the dollar, the demand for the pound, for the euro, for the Canadian dollar, for the Japanese yen is higher than other currency pairs that we have out there, like the Mexican peso, the South African rand, the Russian ruble, and then others, so many others that we have. There are so many currencies, so it is good for traders to be able to put their minds or impend their thoughts upon trading the ones that would actually move in the market. And the move would come as a result of the demand and the supply that is available on these currencies. All right. So now let's move on. We are talking about forex quotation. Now, currencies are always quoted in pairs. So I've talked about the fact that we trade currencies, right? And these currencies that we trade, you must understand that we can't trade them as a currency. I can't take USD and say I want to exchange USD for USD. I mean, I can do that, but it wouldn't yield anything because $1 is equivalent to $1. But if I really want to make a transaction, it has to be one currency paired against another currency. And so if I take the United States dollar, I have to be pairing the United States dollar with a different currency of what? That I'm trying to exchange to. So currencies are always quoted in pairs. In every foreign exchange transaction, you are doing 2 things at a time. You are simultaneously buying one currency, but also selling another currency. Now, previously, we came across that ideology that we can actually transact, or we can actually exchange, right? And then we call that the barter trade system. So people understood that, okay, I can take a pen, and if I'm able to get 10 pens, an individual can basically give me a book in place of those 10 pens. So there was that weight. So we have to make sure that, okay, so we have to make it decentralized. And making it decentralized means that everywhere people have to know that if you hold 10 pens, then you can exchange that 10 pens for one booklet. I'll be honest. So if you come and you're holding 9 pens, you cannot have the booklet. It's as simple as that. Now, gradually, we got to a point where we could exchange currency for another currency from a different jurisdiction. And that is why we are at this particular point now. Now, simultaneously buying and selling simply means that if I'm having my currency and I'm letting it go in order to receive the other person's currency, what I'm doing is I am selling off my currency, but technically I am also buying the other person's currency. So the buying and the selling is actually going simultaneous. When we say simultaneous, it's happening at the same time. I'll be getting. Now, the first listed currency in every currency pair, when we say we are buying or we are exchanging the pound for the dollar, the first listed currency is what we call the base currency. And the second listed currency is what we call the quote currency. Now, put this in mind. The base currency is the first one. The second one that comes in is the quote currency. So if I'm exchanging the GBP for the USD, the GBP is my base currency. Now, the base currency is the basis for every transaction. Please put that in mind. It is the basis for every transaction. It always has a value of 1. Now, what you are exchanging for is what has other value. I understand. Let me explain it further. If I am having the pound and I'm looking forward to exchanging the pound into the dollar, right? Or I want to make a transaction with the GBP against the United States dollar, it will be what? GBP USD. What I'm basically saying is GBP being the first listed currency is the what? The base currency, and USD being the what? Second listed currency is the quote currency. The GBP, which is the base currency, has a value of 1. It is understood that that is the base of the transaction, which means if I'm buying, I am buying more of the pound. And if I'm also selling, I am selling off the pound. So since it is the base currency, it is the basis for every transaction that is made. So having said that, we would actually go into this area where we will understand that the base currency is the basis for every transaction. So if you make a decision to buy, you are buying the base currency and simultaneously selling off the what? The quote. And vice versa. If you make a decision to sell, you are basically what? Selling off the base currency and then simultaneously buying the what? The quote. A trader will buy a pair if there is the belief that the base currency will appreciate or gain value. So the base currency, which is the pound, you are understanding that it would gain value. That's why you will buy more of it. So if someone says, I'm buying GBP USD, what they are basically saying, they are looking forward for the base currency to increase in value. So if you go to a chart and then you see price movement up and down, and at a particular area, you tell yourself, I'm going to buy GBP USD. Because GBP is the base, have in mind that you want to see the push towards the upside. And vice versa, because you said you want to sell, it means that if GBP USD is what you are looking to sell, you want to see the price move towards the downside. So a trader would sell a pair if there is the belief that the base currency would depreciate or lose value relative to the quote currency that they are having. So over here, how exactly can okay? So we have listened to you, we have heard what you are saying, but how exactly can we make money trading in the forex market? I know that the objective of every trader or every individual who comes into the forex market is to make money. I don't think anybody comes here to just understand how the forex market works and then just walk away. Okay, now I understand how the forex market works. I am okay with that, so I'm going. We speculate the value increase and decrease in what? In assets, and make what? Exchanges. So it is based on our exchanges that we make after the speculations that will either make us money or take money out of our pocket. I need to add that. Usually people don't add that. It can also take money out of your pocket. Yes, it can. And that is why you as an individual trader should understand how it works and then make sure that you are doing it the right way. All right. Specifically in the forex market, you are buying or you are selling currency. So once you buy, I said earlier on, you are speculating that the currency that you bought would increase in value compared to the one that you are selling off, right? Now, let me give you this example right here. All right. So here lies the case. Let's say, like a trader comes to town and this trader wants to get the United States dollars, right? Now I'm going to use my currencies, my country's currency, which is the Ghanaian cedi, right? And based on the exchange rate that has happened recently, it is a very good example. So if I want to buy 1,000 worth of, or if I wanted to buy 1,000 worth of US dollars, what I needed was 17,500 Ghana cedis in order to just get 1,000 US dollars, right? Why? Because the quotation is USD, right? USD, and then what? And then GHS. So GHS being what? Ghanaian what? Cedi. So let me just skip that part where I want to write this. So USD what? GHS. So USD is the base currency. Ghana cedi is the what? Quote currency. So USD has a value of 1. So whenever we are speaking, we say $1 is equivalent to, then we what? We mention the quote currency. So the quote currency being the Ghanaian cedi, $1 was equivalent to 17.5. So over here, I've listed it here. $1 was equivalent to 17.5. Which means that if I have $1,000, I could get 17,500. Or if I needed $1,000, I needed 17,500. $500 in order to be able to get that $1,000. Now, as a trader, I've gotten my $1,000, right? A week later, I wanted to exchange my $1,000 back into cedis at the current exchange rate of $1 is to 10 cedis and 50 pesos. And yes, that is the current exchange rate in Ghana. And it's been relatively about 5 weeks since the drop started from 17.5 all the way rallying towards the downside, coming all the way into 10 cedis and 50 pesos, which means that the Ghanaian cedi is now appreciating in value to the dollar. So now instead of $1 is to 17.5, now $1 is to what? 10.5. Now, how does that impact the market? The impact is now if I'm going back to get my, if I'm going back to sell off my $1,000, because I am having the fund in $1,000, the exchange rate is going to affect it. How? If I am going to purchase it, the current rate is what? 1 is to 10.5, which means having $1 will give me 10 cedis and 50 pesos. It means having $1,000 will now give me 10,500. Have I lost or have gained? I have actually lost. How much have I lost? I have just lost 7,000 Ghana cedis. I've just lost 7,000 Ghana cedis as a trader just by what? The exchange rate changing. That is what we are doing on the forex market. But this time around, everything is decentralized, everything is electronical. We are basically sitting at the edge of our PCs and making several exchanges. And because it is electronical, I am not limited to what kind of currencies to be able to exchange at what time, at what point in time. So probably if I was just basically going to a forex bureau, I could have been holding, like an amount of currency. Not every currency can I trade. But by my PC, I can literally just deposit money into my trading account and have access to exchange of several currencies on the market. I could assume the position of trading the pound against the dollar at one moment and then just switch off and then go trade the USD against the Canadian dollar another moment. Then just twat it and then go and then trade the pound against the Japanese yen the next moment. And that is how seamless the market is open to us as individuals. And I explained in our previous session how it is easy to monitor as a trader, how you are able to have access to all of this on the market just by having a gadget that can download certain kind of apps that allows you to be able to do that, or a gadget that can connect to the internet and be able to download these apps that are available to all of us. Subsequently, or as time goes on, we'll be unraveling gradually how an individual can get involved in this space of trading, helping you to understand what it actually means from the core, from the very base, to be able to transact on the market, or what the understanding is for you to be able to transact on the market. But today, what I want you to take away is on the market, what we are doing is basically exchange, and we are taking advantage of the change of the constant fluctuation of the exchange rate in order to make money or lose money on the market. Don't forget that part. So as an individual trader, if I come to the market and I watch the market and I tell myself that today I am looking at the Ghanaian cedi, or I'm looking at the pound against the United States dollar, and I think that there is a high possibility based on this, that, and that for the pound to increase in value over the dollar. So I'm looking to buy in the market. What I'm basically doing is I'm looking at, or I'm speculating an exchange rate change. And based on that, if I actually make that exchange, or if I actually place a trade on the market and market actually pushes towards the upside, guess what I have just done? I have just made money. But you as a trader determine how much you put on an account. Basically, this is another part that I need to spell out to every individual. If you put $1,000 in the market, it does not necessarily mean that all the $1,000 is what is available on the market to trade. For you, yes, it is. But you are the one who decides how much of the $1,000 is placed on each trade. And so $1,000, you can actually just sideline $5 for one trade. It means that if you lose that trade, it is only the $5 that goes away. And that's why I tell a lot of people that if you lose your capital on the forex market, it is you, nobody else. It is you. Thank you once again. Thank you so much. It has been an awesome session. All right. So it has been an awesome one. I know that you are learning so much. Next week, I'm going to come and then we are going to basically continue from where I stopped off today. And basically, that is it. Signing out for now. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. My name remains Kema Trades.
It's a mind game. You heard me. Trading is a mind game. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Fix your mind, fix your trading. It's a mind game. You heard me. Trading is a mind game. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Fix your mind, fix your trading. It's a mind game. You heard me. Trading is a mind game. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Fix your mind, fix your trading. It's a mind game. You heard me. Trading is a mind game. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Fix your mind, fix your trading.
What is the TP family and how do you become part of it? Don't worry. If you're watching this, you're already part of the TP family. Now, before you ask, no, it's not take profit. That's the first thing traders think, right? TP stands for trading psychology. When Cliff Cheqona created this community, he didn't want to make it all about himself. He wanted to create a space for traders built around a simple truth. Most traders lose because their mindset isn't ready for success. So what's the TP family? It's not a company. It's not an organization. It's a movement of traders who are done chasing shortcuts, done trading emotionally, and done feeling like they're alone in this journey. Now, let me be clear. We're not here to build another Telegram or Discord group. You don't need more chats or endless notifications. All you have to do is follow our content on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. That's where we deliver everything. Masterclasses, podcast clips, mindset tips, and even those hard truths no one else will tell you about trading. Our vision for 2025 is simple. Education. We teach traders what really matters, not just strategies, but the mindset behind them. Through our TP Masterclass, podcasts, and content, we make sure traders know how to manage themselves first. Community. The TP family is all about connection, but instead of chat rooms, we meet through meaningful content that actually helps you grow. Tools. We're creating journals, simulations, and practical resources to help you track your progress and improve your trading behavior. The TP family is here to change the way traders think forever. We're not about quick wins. We're about creating strong, resilient, unstoppable traders. Welcome to the movement. Let's make 2025 the year you fix your mind and fix your trading. What is the TP family and how do you become part of it? Don't worry. If you're watching,
I think big, I dream big, I trade smart. My thoughts align with wealth, success, and abundance. I deserve success because I work for it and stay disciplined. I let it go of doubt. I let go of fear. My mind is renewed every day with wisdom and strength. I focus on solutions, not problems. I attract profitable trades and opportunities. I am a successful, focused, and profitable trader. I am unstoppable and I am victorious. I am grateful for every opportunity to trade and grow. I give thanks for my progress, my lessons, and my success. I attract prosperity and I steward it wisely. Every day, I am becoming a better trader. My trading provides freedom and abundance. I speak life, blessings, and success into my trading journey. I am grateful for the wisdom to manage risk and profit. I celebrate my growth and resilience. My heart is full of gratitude. My mind is at peace. I am prosperous in my thoughts, my trades, and my life. I think big, I dream big, I trade smart.
Can you guys hear me loud and clear? Good evening, everyone. I really want us to make sure that we are very focused today in today's lesson. Please, wherever you are, just make sure that you are laser focused. Today is our 21st episode of this masterclass, and I'm just sitting down and I'm thinking, I'm like, God, we started this from episode 1. And I remember when we started, some of you guys that are listening to me right now, there are some information you didn't have. And today you have some certain amount of information only God can give. I really want you to be laser focused today. We have been posting the declarations also consistently for a couple of months now. I think 2 months, if I'm not mistaken, almost 3 months. Some people are catching up. Some people are still trying to see if as a trader you should declare. But I believe in the word. The things that come out of your mouth is very powerful. So before we even go into today's masterclass, I know that you heard the declarations that we played before I came, but still, I want you to, wherever you are, just say that I'm great. I'm great. I'm great. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you are coming from. You are great. It doesn't matter the results that you are getting that you don't like. You are great. It doesn't matter the family you are coming from. You are great. Even if you didn't come from a rich family will come from you. This is not a motivation. It's a mindset you need to have. You are great. You are great. I am great. I am great. As funny as I would like to say it for you, but I'm going to say it for myself because these declarations, I declare it for myself. I am great. I am great. I am great. Sometimes I look into the mirror when I'm talking to myself. Sometimes too, I would just basically just imagine myself being great to a new higher level, that I am great. We posted a declaration on the community tab. And we said that put your name there. I don't know how many of you guys did it. If you did it, congratulations. I said put your name there. When I was writing that declaration, what I could think of is people can say that I am great, but they can't picture themselves being great. So I said put your name there. Clifford Cheqona, you are blessed. Clifford Cheqona, you are chosen. Clifford Cheqona, you are covered. Clifford Cheqona, everything connected to you will prosper. Put your name there. I am great. I am the head and not the tail, above and not beneath. I know the word is hard, and some people will say there is a casting down. But for me, from my mouth, I will forever say there is a lifting up. I am great. I am great. Some people will look at me and say, Cliff, how does that got to do with trading? Well, keep quiet and stay there. Traders can have a negative mindset. I remember one time ago, as you have heard me saying this before, that I posted on the community and I said, let us fast. And somebody came somewhere and said, what does fasting got to do with trading? I was laughing because I was like, my God, they don't understand that you need to do something to the trader in order for the trader to do proper trading. So when you are saying I am blessed, it's because I see you more than just a trader. I want you to believe it. Tell yourself that you will never leave this stream again the same way you came. I believe it so well. That this stream that you have come, you will never leave it the same way again. You will not leave this stream the same way you came. We have done 21 episodes, and I'm super grateful, and I thank God how far God has brought this community. Today, I'm going to teach something very powerful, but before I do that, is there anybody on this live stream right now? This is your first time. If this is your first time that you are coming onto this live stream, one of the things that I want you to understand is that you are not necessarily here to listen to an information that is full of opinions. You are here to listen to an information that can be able to help you to become a transformed individual. To become a transformed individual. And that individual that you are going to become, you are the kind of individual that you're going to trade here properly, okay? So if you are new here, I just want you to signal us in the group or in the comment section. Let us welcome you. On this masterclass, before I even go on, it is very important that I explain exactly what this masterclass means. So many years ago, I started talking about trading psychology for almost 5 years now and counting. 5 years now, if I'm not mistaken, 2025. Yeah, so 5 years now. And when I started talking about trading psychology, one of the reasons why I wanted to go deeper and focus on just trading psychology, and believe me, a lot of people did fight me on that concept because they were wondering why they will come on a live session with me or maybe a mentorship, and all I'm talking about is a mindset. And I will tell them something, that in this industry, the technical side of trading, in my own opinion, is the easiest part. You don't need even people to really understand. And today I'll prove it to you. You don't need people to understand how technical things work in the industry. For example, when you bought your phone, nobody taught you how to use a mobile phone. Eventually you figure it out. Instagram, you figure it out. There are so many technical things. There are people that didn't go to driving school, but they know how to drive. And there are people who went to driving school, they know how to drive, they still get accidents. Both the person who didn't go to driving school and the one that went to driving school, both of them can still get an accident. It got nothing to do with the driving school you went to, because technical side of anything is the most easiest part of everything. It is the person behind the technicals is always the problem. So I told myself that, listen to me carefully now. Listen to this carefully. If this is your first time, listen to me carefully. The infrastructures in the financial market, the infrastructures, you know what the infrastructure is? The things you can't see, but controls all the things you see. So if you go to a house, the house is a structure. The infrastructures are the things that makes living in that house convenient. So if I say that the infrastructures in the financial market is not built for the average retail trader, what that simply means is that the things within the industry is not here to help you. Why? Because there are no majority of pioneers who will say, I'm going to put myself out there and build systems. So for example, when you are looking for when you go to any hedge fund, there are different departments. There is a department responsible for risk. There is department responsible for psychology. There is department responsible for research, whether it being technicals or it being fundamentals. There are department responsible for algorithmic trading. There are departments for everything, because one person can't do everything. But the average retail trader is everything to himself. He is the businessman, he is the director, he is a psychologist, he is everything for himself. And so one of the things that I realized is that because the infrastructures is not built for the average retail trader to make money, if God has given us a privilege to be able to be in this industry for a while and we have been able to build something for ourselves, what would we do with our experience to build infrastructures? So I focused on one of the areas that I believe that I have experience in, both scientifically and also in trading, and that is trading psychology. And so when you come on these master classes, I do teach trading psychology beyond an abstract concept. When I say I teach trading psychology beyond an abstract concept, what I really mean is that I don't want to just talk about the mindset behind the trading. I want to show you what the trader needs to do. So when you wake up in the morning, you are controlling your day. It's not nonsense. It's the things you need to do. So there are people who take artificial enhancement to perform, and there are people who are naturally transformed and they perform well. And so it is very important that you understand that the information you learn here, you can pick up the things I tell you, go to Google, do your research, and find out for yourself if what I'm saying is true or not. If I talk about a routine, what does that mean? And so on and so forth. And so it is very important that as you are here, you are not just here to listen to a guy who is just talking because he said he's trading. Pay attention. If the information that I'm about to share with you is going to waste your time, believe me, myself personally, we will not put effort in to give you guys this value we give. And so pay attention. Genuinely pay attention. Especially today's lesson you're about to learn today. Really pay attention, because I really made sure that today people will benefit from today's live session. So welcome if this is your first time. Again, I want to also ask if you are a mentor here, if you do mentor people and you are here also on this masterclass, you are welcome. I genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, salute your humility, because once upon a time in this industry, people were arguing, fighting. I am the goat, I am the sheep, but not in this community. Whether you are the goat, you are the sheep, you are welcome. Okay. It doesn't matter. We are not comparing ourselves to ourselves. There are some information Kema will share When I hear it, I can apply it to my life. There are some information sometimes when I share, these individuals, they don't even leave the backstage. They stay throughout the masterclass. And so we are all learning from each other. And so if you're a mentor and you are here, I salute you. You are welcome to this masterclass, and God bless you for staying. Today, I'm teaching about something very important, and I really want you to pay attention carefully, because if you don't understand the foundation of the information I'm about to share with you today, you won't understand the topic. So 2 weeks ago, we started a series called The You Behind the Strategy. The You Behind the Strategy. Now, when we started this series, it's on the playlist at the back of the playlist in the YouTube channel, on our channel. When we started this series, I was attempting to explain the concept that who you are behind the strategy really matters. Now, why do I believe that, and why is that so? Is because I have said this over and over again, and I'm sure some of you guys will even start to repeat it after me when I'm saying this. But I always say this, that the same knife we use to cook is the same knife someone can use to hurt someone. There is no problem with the knife. It is the mindset holding the knife. The same knife we use to cook is the same knife, truly, someone can use the same knife for cooking to kill somebody, unfortunately, or to hurt somebody. There is no problem with the knife. It is the mindset that is holding the knife. And so the same way, if you tell me, Cliff, I want to become a soldier, and I take you to the military camp, you don't become a soldier because the camp gave you guns, ammunition, and uniform. You become a soldier to the extent that your mindset was transformed to become a soldier. Same thing in trading. You don't become a trader because you have a strategy. There must be a you behind that strategy. You don't become a trader because you came across one of the most powerful indicators in the world. Let's say if that even existed. But it is the you behind that strategy. It is very important that you understand the information you're about to learn today. And that is why some people, we have different people that will be listening to me, different people across different platforms, different places. And I want you to listen to this. Everybody is different. Everybody have different life issues. There are people here right now that you listening to me, you want to make money to pay for mortgage. Some people want to make money just to eat. There are people who want to make money from trading just to be able to pay their bills, their debt, to take care of family. All these reasons are valid, but unfortunately, they don't make the trader. That is why sometimes your life can be so sad and you can still end up blowing an account and the market will still keep on moving on. Because you have heard me saying this before, that you need to respect the hierarchy of the financial market. There are people, when I'm talking about the hierarchy of the financial market, they will ask a question: how does that help you to make money? Chief, listen, today, that is if that is how you speak, listen to this information I'm about to share with you. Enough is enough. For me, when I'm teaching like this, there is a way I speak and people think I'm trying to be energetic. I am speaking with broken-hearted feeling, because I have watched many traders talk about how they have become good because they came across a strategy and they end up losing a significant amount of money because they didn't respect the fact that there is still a you behind the strategy. And so I really, really want you to understand this. I'm not trying to get you guys emotional, or anybody on this live stream emotional, but listen to me carefully now. Enough is enough. Losing money and being tired and being weary is enough. It's enough. You know how to trade, meaning that you understand the technical side of the analysis. You are good. You get it. You can analyze the market. Today, I was speaking to an individual and I drew a certain lines on using candlestick as a representation, and I asked him, what is this? Without him looking at the chart, he knew I was trying to represent a fair value gap. And I said, to be honest, retail traders are very, very, very intelligent. The level of how they have studied the market is incredible. And I really want you guys to understand that that is great, but there is a problem behind the strategy, the you behind the strategy. It's very important that you understand this. So we started the series by talking about the you behind the strategy, and we said there are different personalities you have that may not necessarily connect with the strategy. There are many. So everybody is different. There is the you that you tell me who you are. There is a you that only small portion of people know, and there is a you only you know. That you that only you know, that if we put camera on you today, we'll be surprised. That is the you behind the strategy. I'm going to say it again. You see, the you that you make the public think you are is not the one behind the strategy. The you that you make Cliff think you are is not the one behind the strategy. It is the you that nobody knows, the one that if in case we were putting a secret camera on you, we will be surprised. Meaning that you sometimes appear to be disciplined. You sometimes appear to be responsible. You sometimes say that you are doing everything right, but maybe you are still addicted to some certain things. That you is the one behind the strategy, and that is the problem. Do you know why? Because that you is everything opposite to who a trader is meant to be. Everything opposite. Why? Because of the way we grew up, because of the way we were trained, the friends we had growing up. Some of you guys right now, all of your friends hate trading. When you mention trading, they be like, are you still doing this trading thing? That is your friends. That is your environment. How do you exercise the right character if all of your friends still think trading is stupid? How can, if your environment is still questioning if trading is necessary or is gambling, how can you survive in an environment? But that is some of you guys, your reality. So that is the you behind the strategy. Are you with me? So there are personalities behind the strategy that is not making people become profitable. And even if they become profitable today, the consistency of the profitability is in trouble, because consistency comes from a system, not from a feeling. Consistency comes from a structure, not from a feeling. And so if you trade because you are broke and you need to make money, you won't make money. You have to put all feelings, all desires, all expectations aside and stick to the system. But you see, there is a problem. That's why I started and I said, you can have somebody who goes to a driving school and the person will drive well, and somebody who will not go to a driving school and can still drive well. But both of them can still have an accident regardless, because the accident didn't happen because of lack of skill set. It happened because of the person behind the wheel. It is very important that you understand this. And so the you behind the strategy is how we started. Then we went on to the topic of the mind of a scalper. And we realized that when it comes to scalping, it is a fast-paced speed trading. You want to make decision in and out. You are making quick decisions within a single time frame like 1 minute, 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, quickly, and you are out. But at the end of the day, you need to be able to understand that kind of individual, there is a way that your brain needs to be in a certain state in order for you to perform. Why? Because as an individual, your brain is also an organ. Your brain is also an organ. It needs to be developed to become strong enough to perform in a certain way. So there are people right now, if something happens to them, two emotional decisions in a day, they become emotionally fatigued. It's scientifically proven. That is why there is a saying that you cannot make more than 2 emotional decisions in a day, and the third one will still be right. Why? Because the brain gets exhausted. The brain is one of the organs that uses majority of our calories. So as a human being, you can sit down and not move and still end up being tired. Not because you were moving, but because your brain has become exhausted. And when your brain becomes exhausted, everything else becomes exhausted. It is very important that you understand this. And you may have heard me say this before, that the reason why we become emotionally fatigued is not because the situation is bad, but because chemicals has been released into your body. You see, as human beings, one of the ways that our body functions and responds is the chemicals that is being released into our body. So you need to be able to understand, if I sit down right now and I frown my face like this, I frown my face continuously, even whether I like it or not, even if you give me 1 million and I frown my face and I'm able to concentrate on the frowning of the face for 3 minutes straight, cortisols and different hormones that bring stress will release into my body. When the chemicals are released into my body will react to the emotions. The same way, if you come to me right now and tell me, Cliff, I'm not feeling well, and I tell you, smile, declare in the morning, declare that you are great, you are great, you are great. You are like, Cliff, I don't feel like I'm great. Yes, greatness is not a feeling. Greatness is not about how you feel. So just declare that you are great. And I'm like, Cliff, I don't feel it. I'm like, smile. You said, Cliff, I don't want to smile. I said, you don't need to feel it to smile. Smiling is the widening the corners of your lips, and then you show your teeth. The more I do this, and I'm sitting down doing this, eventually my body will pick up that signal and start translating that into chemicals into my body. I will start to feel good. This is science. It's not opinions. So if you don't believe me, you try it. If you try it and it doesn't work, you come back and tell me, Clifford, you're lying. But until you try it, you keep quiet. Are you with me? So this is what is happening to a lot of people, because psychology as a topic has always been abstract concept, meaning that you can't prove it. You can't prove it. It's like, how do I talk about psychology and prove it? Because I can go to the market and see support, see resistance, supply, demand. I can even tell that this is a change of character. This is a break of structure. I can see it and name it. But why is it that I need to believe that what this guy is saying can change my life? That is an infrastructure. That is why if a hedge fund trader who has been recruited and they think he has talent, the first thing that the company will do to that talented trader is to make their life better. Are you with me? They buy the person a car, they will give the person a bonus, they will give the person certain amount of money to make sure the person become okay before they even get behind the chart. Because you can't say the hedge fund trader is good and therefore we are going to make sure that he trades well. No, you don't trade well when you are hungry. You don't trade well when you are dehydrated. So trading psychology, the mindset behind the trader that you are studying, it's not about whether the person is bad or good. It's by understanding the trader. When you now understand the trader, the next thing that you do is, how do you tame the trader? How do you control their emotions? How do they understand how they are going to react when they lose? It's you studying the mind behind that trader. It is very important that you understand this so that you don't casually just assume you understand the concept. And listen to me, ladies and gentlemen, especially if you're a mentor here, please listen to me. If you don't understand trading psychology, there is no shame about it, because psychology is not something you just understand. It's something that you go through many years of education together with the data. So sometimes I see some videos on YouTube and some videos on Instagram, and some mentors are basically trying to shame the knowledge about the mindset behind the trader because they don't understand it. If you don't, for example, as I'm sitting here, I tell people all the time, if you think you have found an information that you have to go and learn from certain mentor, go and learn it. The same way, if you're a mentor and you can't teach something, let your students go and learn it from somewhere. Don't try to be jack of all trades, because that is not how the industry is supposed to be like. So if you don't understand trading psychology, don't push people away from the truth, because if you push them away from the truth, eventually the times that life gets harder will make them either leave you or they'll be tired of your nonsense, because you have to understand that everyone cannot teach everything. It's very important that you understand this. So if this is your first time coming here, I'm about to teach now, but sometimes I like to set the foundation very right for you guys to understand what we are learning is very serious. There are people who lose money as a single mom, single dad, as a family, and they are wondering, why did I lose all my money? Why? And they are wondering, you didn't lose the money because you were a bad trader. You lost the money because the you behind the trading had important. Spend the mind of a scalper. Today, the topic of today is the psychology of intraday trading. Please write it down. I want you to declare, I will not leave this masterclass the same way again. You don't have, and one of the things that, guys, when you come to this masterclass, I am obligated to teach you the truth. So sometimes when I start, you may not like me throughout the masterclass, but when we're about to finish, we'll become friends. Okay. But in the beginning, you need to hear the truth, because it is only the truth that can set you free. Nothing else. The truth. Okay, so today's title is The Psychology of Intraday Trading. The Psychology of Intraday Trading. So follow the series now. We started by understanding the you behind the strategy, and we have realized that there are many types of you, but which one is behind the strategy? So it's very important that you understand that, okay, now I get it. There is a certain kind of me. I have to be honest with myself. The me behind the strategy is the hungry one. The me behind the strategy is the tired one. The me behind the strategy is the worried one. The me behind the strategy is I want to be in control one. The dehydrated one. The one that does not have money and I just want money from trading. Not necessarily I want to become a trader. Are you with me? Be honest with yourself. There is nothing wrong with it. So the psychology of intraday trading. Now, in order for you to be able to understand this topic very well, you need to understand something. I have defined it here over and over again, and I'm sure there are many people who understand this so many ways, but I'm still going to say it again. Psychology is basically just the study of the mind, the behavior, and the emotional process behind your decisions. I'm seeing the comment section now. If you have any questions when we're on the masterclass, just relax. And at the end of the day, we'll see. So listen to me carefully now. The title of today, please write it down. I said the psychology of intraday trading. That is the title, the psychology of intraday trading. The psychology of intraday trading. And the first thing that I want you to understand, we have to pick up the words one by one. Let's pick up the first word, psychology. We understand that psychology is the study of the mind, the behavior, and the emotional processes, okay, behind your decisions. Not behind your trading decisions, behind decisions in general. Are you with me? Now, in trading, it's not about the setups. So when we talk about trading psychology, it means it is the study of the mind of the trader, the study of the behavior of the trader, and the study of the trader's emotions behind their decisions. I'm going to say it again. So psychology is the study of the mind, the behavior, and your emotional process, the way you process emotions. So when we say in trading, when we say trading psychology, I've explained this before, but in order for you to understand this topic, I need to explain it again. It means the trader behind the decisions, their emotions, their behavior, and their mindsets is what we are studying. Psychology in trading. Are you with me? Now, intraday. Let's pick the word intra. The word intra simply means within. Within. So when we say intraday, it means within the day. Cliff, why are you explaining this so foundational? Stay with me. The psychology of intraday trading. So psychology simply means the study of the mind, the behavior, and the emotional processes of that individual, their decisions, okay? Then now, we said psychology in trading. That means the trader behind that decisions, their behavior, their mindsets, and their emotions. Intra simply means within. Intraday simply means within the day. So intraday trading means the decisions you make within the day regarding trading. Are you guys with me? This is foundational, but you need to understand this. So now we have understood that when we mention psychology in any context, it means that we're about to study the mindset behind something, the emotions behind something, and then the behavior behind something. Now, because we have connected it to trading, it simply means we are about to study the trader's mind, their behavior, and their emotions behind their decisions. Now, they are making their decisions in a certain context. And that context is called an intra-day decision context. So now that intra, as I said, it means within. So it is the decisions that the trader makes within the day. It's what we call intra-day trading. Within. I want you to underline the word within. Within. So now we understand that when we talk about trading, we are simply talking about decisions. That's it. And remember, when I started this conversation, I said, the average individual, it is very difficult for you to make more than 2 emotional decisions in a day. More than 2 emotional decisions in a day, you start to lose focus towards the 3rd and the 4th and the 5th one. So it doesn't matter whatever emotional decision it is. It doesn't have to be trading. It just has to be an intraday decision. It doesn't have to be trading. But the intraday, that intraday, trading is not the only thing that happens within that day. So when we say the psychology behind, or in other words, the psychology of intraday trading. This is what I'm trying to basically say, that we are about to understand why traders struggle within a day and why they sometimes tell themselves, I'm going to do the things I said I would do, and they end up not doing it. I'm going to follow my trading plan, and they end up not following it. They said, I'm going to respect my risk to reward ratio, and they end up not following it. Why? Because you need to understand that your trading life and your actual life, they mirror each other. So if you hit a serious stop loss you didn't plan to lose in your trading room, and you come out from your room, the people in your household can feel the tension that came out of that room. Why? Were they trading with you? No. But why is it that everybody is feeling the same energy that you are feeling after the trading day? Because your trading life and your actual life, they mirror each other. There are some of you guys right now, the people you live with, the day you have a good day in the market, they know you have made money. They'll be like, hey, today you have hit that pips, yeah? That thing we call pips, you have hit it, yeah? And you're like, oh yeah, today was a good day. They can tell, because your trading life and your actual life, they mirror each other. The same way, the day you don't feel it as well, they can tell something is wrong somewhere. So the same way that you can come out of your room and everybody in your house can tell something is wrong or right somewhere, is the same way something can come from somewhere and you can take it into your room. Trading life and actual life, they mirror each other. Are you with me? So when we say the psychology of intraday trading, it means we are about to study what happens to the trader, that individual behind the strategy. What happens to you within that day? Because in that day, a lot of things happens. Is that true? You wake up, you brush your teeth, you cook, you bath, you smile, you eat, you talk, you argue, you fight. A lot of things happen within that day. That same person behind the strategy is the same person that is going to do trading. Whether London session, New York session, or Asian session, it doesn't matter. Same person. Are you guys following now? So something is wrong somewhere. That means in order for the trader to perform well, we need to do something within that day to get a certain result within that day as a trader. That means as a trader, you remember I taught you guys this, that you are a performer. You are a performer. So at the end of the day, when I say you are a performer, not you are a pretender. You are a performer means that you understand trading is just like being an athlete. Trading is just like being a chef. Trading is just like being a doctor. So you have to be in a certain way to perform in the certain day. Very important that you understand what I'm teaching you right now. So the psychology of intraday trading simply means we are about to understand the mindset you need within that day to survive your trading day, because both trading day and your actual life is full of decisions. Some of you guys are mothers. Some of you guys are fathers. Some of you guys are married men and women. Some of you guys are students. Some of you guys do 9 to 5. This is the person behind the strategy in that intraday trading day. Are you with me? So it is very important that you understand this, that is why sometimes you know the setup is good. You know the setup is good, but why is it that still you are still losing your other steps in the market for the trading part? So when we say intraday trading, now we have come to the understanding that it is not just about trading, because you behind that strategy, you behind the market, you do more than trading. Don't be naive. You do more than trading. You do more than trading. You do more than trading. So you need to be able to understand that if I'm doing more than trading within the day, then what system is helping me to be able to make the right decisions and get the right results in the day, within the day, regarding trading. Regarding trading. I wanted to set the foundation right so that you can be able to understand this. Now, before we do that, I'm going to digress a little bit, and we're going to talk about 3 most famous type of strategies that people use in trading in this industry and why. We will come back to the kind of things that happens when and so forth, but stay with me. When I was learning this, I chose 3 strategies, and these 3 strategies is targeted or is connected to 3 different kinds of individuals, and there are certain things that is connected to it. So The first thing that you need to be able to understand is this. When we talk about strategy, I want you guys to write this down, because we are now talking about the you behind the strategy that is making decisions within the day. Are you with me? So the you behind the strategies that you are making decisions within the day, there is something that you need to do to you to be able to perform well within the day. Because as I said, trading is not the only thing you do in the day. If you are a mother, you take care of your children. If you are a father, you take, and all of those things happens within the day. So if we say intraday, what exactly then are we talking about then? Because we need to make sure we understand exactly how your day is not affecting that part of your decisions within the day. Are you with me? So keep that foundation in your mind. I'm going to go and check the comment section right now and make sure you guys, so if you guys are still following me and the foundation is becoming clearer and clearer, drop some number ones in the chat. I am building something here for you to understand something. So put some number ones in the chat. Let me make sure that we are still on the safer side here. Good. Okay. Now, perfect. Now, what do I want you to understand? That I want to define strategy in a way for you to understand something. You have so much confidence in a strategy because you believe it is the holy grail, safe haven tool for you. Let's kill that narrative right now. I have said this over and over again, that even if a holy grail strategy exists, it's not possible to save any person because of what we call cognitive biases. Cognitive biases is what makes you sometimes wrong, whether you like it or not. You can come onto this live session right now and you can say, why are people even sitting down listening to this guy? Whether you like it or not, if what I'm teaching is the truth, your sentiment won't change the fact that it will give people results. It is true. Whether you like it or not, you can dislike me and it won't change the fact that if what I'm teaching is the truth, your sentiment won't change the effects it will give people. It's called cognitive biases. It is the way your brain has been designed based on the shortcut of how you either grew up, your friends, or so on and so forth. So even if there is a holy grail strategy, the you behind that strategy makes the strategy less than 100% effective. Very important that you understand this. But why though? Why do I want you to understand the importance of strategy today? And I will name 3 of them that is very famous, 3 of them, and we'll talk about something about that. The first thing I want you to write down is this. Every strategy you have learned, please write this down. I wrote something down here that every strategy that you have learned, you've ever learned, please write this down. Every strategy you've ever learned started as someone else's guess. Because guys, listen, every strategy that you've ever learned, they started as someone else's guess. Guess as in Guess. So every strategy you've ever learned, please write it down. They started as someone else's guessing. The person was just guessing. Are you with me? The strategy that we are all learning today, whether from whoever, whatever, it was all a guessing. It started by guessing. It wasn't a revelation in the beginning. It was not a divine truth. That means it wasn't a whole counsel of truth of the strategy we were learning. It was a guess. That guess was not a revelation. That guess was not a divine truth. It was a guess. But that guess, or that I think, I feel, concept of what we call a strategy was now refined by experience. So the individual will start by guessing. So if right now, for example, you look at me and I say, I'm going to call my strategy mountain strategy because the market keeps on climbing up and coming down like a slope. So I will call it a mountain strategy. So I'll tell you, every single time you see the market creating a slope, it means it's about to create a mountain. If that is my guess and my opinion, and I back it up by refined experience, back it up by back testing, and then I package it into a system and I sell it to you as a structure, if you use that strategy and it works for you, you can now pass it on from people to people and call it the mountain strategy. Are you with me? Drop some number ones in the chat if you understand what I'm saying. So every single strategy started as a guess. Every strategy. Nobody knew what the market was doing, and nobody can know because we are speculators. There are different types of assets. We have productive assets, assets that comes from productivity or production. Apple and McDonald's, they are all productive assets. But the ones that we are involved in as retail traders called speculative assets. We are speculating. We don't know what could happen tomorrow or today. So we do something called probability game of trading. Anyway, I don't want to confuse you. We'll come back to that. So every strategy you've ever learned started as someone else's guess. It was not a revelation. It was not a divine truth. It was a guess that was refined by experience. A guess that was packaged into a system. A guess that was sold to you as a structure. Now, in every strategy, please write this down. In every strategy, there is the what and there is the why. In every strategy, there is the what. What is this? What is that? What is there? What is here? There is the what. And then at the other flip side, there is the why. Why this? Why did it happen? Why did it move? Why liquidity sweep? Why? So in every strategy, there is what and there is why. There is what and there is why. When you see me repeating this thing, because I can feel that somebody is getting light bulb moment. There is what and there is why. Now, most traders, listen to me carefully now, knows the what. Most traders knows the what, but they have no idea the why. The infrastructures in the financial market is not built for the average retail trader to make money, because the why. So if you come to my house right now and you ask me, Cliff, how is it that, for example, you're looking at this stream now, and if this stream is giving you quality or it's a standard of some visuals that is good, there is a why. The laptop is the what, the microphone is the what, but there is a why. That technical side of the why is called infrastructures. You don't see it, but it is here. Are you with me? And that infrastructures is what people are looking for every single day. But I have bad news. It's not possible for you to know the why. Why? Now let me tell you why it's impossible to know the why. Because anything that you are studying, if you only know the what and the why is missing, it's incomplete. For example, if the Bible says Jesus came to die for us, is the what? What did he do? He died. Why? I don't know. I just know that, he died. It makes the whole mission of Jesus incomplete. The why, he says, because for God loved the world, he gave. Why? His only begotten, he gave. I know people will sometimes say Cliff is always using the Bible as you teach trading, and so I need to let you understand certain things. So relax. Okay, Chief, relax. Do you understand what I'm saying? So for God so loved the world, he gave. The why. So now it makes his dying and the why solid. So now, why am I saying you can never understand the why as a trader? Because the infrastructures in the financial market is not built for the average retailer to make money. But it's not enough. Why? I will tell you why. At the top of the hierarchy, I mentioned this 4 sessions ago, and I saw someone in the comment. How is we knowing the infrastructures and the hierarchy of the market important? Now you will know why. Because at the top of the hierarchy, we have the major banks. It's not an information that you say to sound smart. It's conviction. At the top, major banks, EBS, medium-sized banks, 4th in command, hedge funds, pension funds, Warren Buffett and co. At the bottom of the hierarchy, we have you and I. So we can never be able to understand the depth of the things that are discussed in certain rooms. You can't. So every single person will tell you. That is why you can find people who will sound smart and tell you this is where the liquidity lies, yet that person still hits stop loss. So if you know where the liquidity is, why are you hitting stop loss? Because you don't know the why. You are guessing with the what. Your guessing has been right multiple times, so you have refined that with experience and you have packaged it into a system, and then you are selling it as a structure. It's a guess. And retail traders needs to make peace with that, whether you like it or not. That your strategy is nothing but a guess that you have put into a system and it is working against probabilities. So there are days you will lose, there are days you will win, but your goal is to win more than you lose by following an experienced based back-tested strategy packaged into a system, selling as a strategy. Because, ladies and gentlemen, think about it. You people are intelligent. Imagine you are going to fight a boxer and you go on YouTube and you put all the strategy on YouTube and you say something like, here is the number one tactical reason I will beat Anthony Joshua. Then you put it on YouTube with a powerful thumbnail. Here is the number one reason why I will beat so and so. And it's so powerful thumbnail that it gets millions of views. That powerful strategy that is supposed to supposedly help people to understand the secret ingredient to make it on Instagram, to make it in the market, is somehow trending on Instagram, somehow trending on YouTube. And that same strategy supposedly is going to help millions of people. Come on, guys. There is more. There is more, because the industry is not afraid of the strategy you got. They know that the you behind the strategy will still fail in the strategy. Tell yourself that the me behind the strategy will be transformed. The me behind the strategy will be transformed. That I have come to this masterclass and I have realized there is a certain kind of me behind the strategy and I will be transformed. I will be transformed. This trading thing, the people sometimes say, you are still doing this trading thing. Don't worry, this trading thing will pay your bills. This trading thing will make you become the person you want to become. But first, we need to do something to the you behind this trading thing. Are you with me? So there is a what and there is a why within every strategy. The what is the other blocks. The what is the fair value gaps. The what is the change of character. They are all the what. Are you with me? They are all the what. The support, the resistance, the indicators, they are the what. The why is that why did the banks place orders here? Let me ask you, Chief, why? Oh, it's because, Trump and tariff. I get it. But why, Chief? Why? You said liquidity lies here. Why? Because a lot of traders will try to buy here and sell here and then do this and do that. So, okay, so you are trading against your fellow traders? No, but you say you are moving like the banks. Okay, so the banks are going to move after they see that traders are making a decision. They will kick them out and they will get it. And yet that same individual still has stop loss. Why? That means, yes, your guess is right, but you can't be right all the time. So because of that, you need to do something to the you. Listen to me carefully now. I'm not saying the guessing of the trader is wrong. I'm saying it is not wrong, but you won't be right all the time because there is a why behind the reasons that you can never know it all the time. Because some of the things we know now because they have finished being reality. Are you with me? So you need to understand right now that yes, your liquidity sweep was right. The fair value gap, the accumulation, the distribution, the markup phase and the markdown phase, they were all right. Good. But you won't be right all the time. So the day that you are losing when you were right 100% with your guess, but the market still went against you and you over leverage because you were angry, that you is the one I'm talking about. Not the one behind the fair value gap English, not the one behind the other blocks, not the one behind the ICT, not that you, the you that gets angry, even though you know you won't be wrong, you won't be right all the time, but you still got angry, that you. The you that knows that trading is a game of winning and losing, but you still get angry, that you is the one I'm talking about. So because you know that there is a what, good, but the why, you can't always predict it. So let's do something to the you. Are you with me? So the why is that the price level is important to participants. People will sometimes say this price area is important to people. Why? You will guess and you will say certain things, but why? We don't know when, Trump and the wife is going to fight and he will go and tweet something. We don't know when he's going to do that. We don't live with him. We don't live with that. So certain situations like that will still let you, the retail trader, be wrong. Be wrong. There is a very beautiful story in the book Trading in the Zone, and it was about this individual who went to a very successful investor, and he was into soybeans. And they brought this technical analyst, and they said this technical analyst is very good. And he said, okay, come. And so when they were talking, fast forward, not to make the story long, the technical analyst said he will buy here when the price dip here. And then the investor said, are you sure? He said, yes. He says, how did you know? He said, because I have a track record. I have back tested this strategy and I know. He said, okay. So when the price got to that area, that zone, you know what the investor did? He made a call and told them to sell him extra bushel of the soya bean. And it kept on dipping more than the area that the technical analyst said it will bounce back. The technical analyst wasn't wrong. No, it was actually going to do that because of a guessing track record of probabilities he have. But then there is another why, and that why is the top of the hierarchy. You don't know. So you will lose some, you will win some, you will lose some, you will win some. And while you are winning, we need to do something to the you so that you don't mess up your trading account. The you behind the strategy. That came out of guessing, that has been refined by experience and has been packaged into a system and has been sold as a structure working in probabilities. That you. So now that you have the strategy, there are different time zones window you trade. You said you want to do yours quick, probably because you needed money. We explained that last week, that if that is the reason why you're a scalper, cut it. Scalping is not for everyone. It's for a group of people who understand how to make swift decisions and still maintain emotional intelligence. So we spoke about that. But today we are talking about the you behind the strategy, making decisions within a day. That person. Are you guys with me? Okay. So now let's go on. I was going to pick a couple of few things to talk about, but let's keep on writing this down. The next thing that I want you to write down is this. In order for you to perform well, ladies and gentlemen, listen to me carefully now. Life is hard. Life is really hard. But wishing that life would be less harder is why it never become easy for you. So a lot of people are wishing things won't be this complicated so that they can make it. Instead of them wishing they become stronger, wiser, intelligent to survive, they wish it wasn't this hard. You can be broke, hungry, and still blow your last $100. Ladies and gentlemen, listen to me carefully now. The fact that you need money now does not mean the market should bend the rules and give you money. It doesn't know you. It doesn't care about you. You are a fish in a small pond, but there is a lot of money in this space. A lot. Believe me, take it from me. The financial market has a lot of money to give, but it's only going to give it to you based on how ready you are. I want you to write this down. If you force the market to give you what it's not ready to give you yet, you are giving it an opportunity to take something from you didn't plan to give. Please write it down. If you force the market to give you something, that something is money. If you force the market to give you money, it's not ready to give you yet, meaning it's not ready to move. It's not ready to go up or down, but you want to force that day to give you that money. You are giving the market the opportunity to take what you didn't plan to give to the market as well. This is the concept I want you to understand what we're about to talk about, your decisions within the day. Are you with me? So the market will only give you money when it's ready to give you. So when you wake up, I wrote down here the 5 keys to performing well within the day. Why do you need these keys? I'm going to give you guys these 5 keys and we'll wrap up for today. Why do you need these 5 keys to perform well within the day? Because without you understanding that your trading is your business, and as your business, you need to perform. People sometimes say, oh, I can't wait to make money in trading so that I can just get rid of my annoying boss. If you hate your boss, then all the best, because you are going to hate the future you that you are desiring you want to become. When I say you're going to hate the future you, I mean Because the future you is going to be much more aggressive than your boss. Because the future you cares about you more than you can ever imagine. Are you with me? Your boss does not care about you, but he cares about the company. He doesn't care about you, but he cares about the business. So he makes sure everything he does is in benefit to the business. Same thing with the future you. The future you it cares about the you that is going to become a millionaire, the you that is going to become a six-figure earner. In order for you to become a six-figure earner, the future you must be an aggressive, unapologetic, routine follower, disciplined, system passionate trader. You will hate that future you, because that future you is the one that will tell you it's 4 a.m. wake up, declare, I'm great, I am great. And while you are saying you are great, you are hungry. But you are still saying, I'm great, I'm great. And then that mindset that is being transformed is saying, you know you don't want to do it, but you got to do it. I'm great, I'm great. And then you are saying it because you know that you have to do something to your mind within the day. That makes sure that you become a certain kind of person. Are you with me? So listen to this carefully. There are 5 keys to performing well within the day. Why do you need these keys? Because without you having these keys, you are in trouble. When I started this masterclass, I said something and I said, look, you are going to wake up in the morning. If you have a family, you're going to cook for them. If you have some job, you're going to do it. If you have certain kind of family members, they're going to annoy you. There are people who sometimes genuinely ask me and say, Cliff, I want to do this whole meditation by sitting down and being quiet and being mindful, just being mindful. But when I'm doing it, sometimes there is so much noise, cars horning, and then goats crying. And as sincere as that sound, there is nothing I can do about that, because they need to still find a way to secure their morning. Ladies and gentlemen, the first 2 hours after you wake up is one of the most important window of your waking up. 2 hours. Praying, worshiping, whatever that you do to make sure your morning is solid. For me, waking up in the morning, the day that I don't pray well, the day that I don't worship, the day that I don't praise God, I don't thank God, my morning is very scattered. So I know that is my structured level. My structured level. So what do you do when you wake up? Do you just, stretch and just still stay in the blanket, pick up your phone and think God will go up? If that is what you're doing, you are joking. So there are 5 keys to performing well within the day. So you need to know yourself. Are you a student? Please write this down. Are you a teacher? Are you a 9-to-5 worker? Are you a single mom? Are you a single dad? Are you an entrepreneur? Whatever you do, write it down. You need to be able to understand this, that every single person that you are, you will find yourself in these keys. Are you with me? So please write it down. The 5 keys to performing well within the day. Why am I giving you these keys? Because there is a you behind the strategy. And that you needs to perform well. They say, Cliff, sometimes when you are teaching, have a habit of going into the masterclass and check the comments. So today I'm going to check it. We're going to continue. Just don't worry. Stay with me. Okay? While you're doing that, I want you to, if you guys, I want to check the comments now and see all the names. So if you guys are really, if you're ready to receive the 5 keys, I want you to just know by the energy in the comment section right now will tell me the extent of how much you guys are learning. So let's see the comment section right now. Where are we? Where are we? Where are we? How are you guys feeling? Are you guys okay? Are you guys still my friends? Are you still my friends? Are you guys angry at me? They'll be like, Cliff, today, why are you going too hard? Guys, let me tell you the truth. This in this community, your life will not remain the same again if you listen to this confirmation, okay? All right, let's go there. 5 keys. Let's do it and wrap up. 5 keys. 5 keys to performing well within the day. Number 1, you need to win the first 2 hours. 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 What do I mean? Win the first 2 hours. The first 2 hours is like morning control. You see, how you wake up decides what version of you enters the market. Ladies and gentlemen, look, many times I knew, back then I remember very well, I knew I was tired. I'll never forget when I lost my I lost. It was $8,000 to USD MXN in 2014, 2015. I was going to write a physiology final exam. It was physiology, right? Physiology? Okay. Physiology final exam. And I'll never forget. And what happened was, when I lost that money, ladies and gentlemen, listen on. I'm going to write a final exam. The same me that is going to write a final exam. I wanted the same me to make money from the market. So when I lost that money, so because I woke up that morning, you are thinking about exams, whatever I know. So when I woke up that morning, I was supposed to stay away from the market, isn't it? But I didn't know all of these things. Remember, 2012, ignorant, 2013, ignorant, 2014, still ignorant, trying to find a way. I've been able to find some couple of few. That time we're even using Ichimoku Cloud. How many of you guys know Ichimoku Cloud? So that time we're using Ichimoku Cloud, and there was a strategy then called alligator strategy and moving average cross. And no offense. I'm not trying to make fun of those strategies. I'm basically saying that was what we were doing then. Ichimoku Cloud, Kujisin, thinking sin and lagging span. Oh dear. So anyways, that was then. So we're using Ichimoku Cloud to trade those days. So I really thought, we're about to make big bag. So when we finish writing the exam, we'll go chill. Anyway, fast forward. Lost that $8,000 in a day. And instantly there was heat. There was this heat. I don't know why. I think the brain is very powerful for real. I always say, but I think it's really powerful. There was a heat coming from the top of my head. I don't know if it was my brain was burning. I don't know what was wrong, but something was happening to my brain. The heat was coming from the top of my head. And I knew something was wrong somewhere. See, ladies and gentlemen, there is a kind of loss if you don't prepare yourself to lose it. There are people that unfortunately they took their own life, unfortunately, because they couldn't handle the stress trading can bring. So when I teach like this, I'm not teaching you because I want you to think I can teach. It's serious business we are talking about. So your morning, your first 2 hours. So this is what I'm going to tell you as an advice, practical advice. You don't need to trade every day. No. I spoke about this in the performance masterclass, that you are a performer, so you won't always be in the mood. I'm not always in the mood. Especially there are days where I work, and I have different clients who I speak to them and so on and so forth. And sometimes I get tired. Sometimes when I come on a call, they can tell Cliff is tired. And they'll be like, Cliff, are you okay? Should we schedule this? I'm like, no, let's do it. It's fine. But I'm tired. So you don't need to trade every day. As a trader, every single time you are seeing a move and you are executing doesn't mean you're a good trader. It means that you are a trader who don't understand that you get tired as well. It's normal. If you think you have some superpower and then you are the horse of the day, or you are jack of all power, or whatever that you are, you can trade every day. That's up to you. But I'm not here to give you an advice and say don't trade all the time. I'm telling you the things that if you do, it will help you. So you don't need to trade every day, because if you're going to be trading every day, there is a certain kind of routine that you need to put yourself into that becomes boring. It's the truth. For example, good trading is boring. Bad trading is interesting, because that one you are just guessing, speculating here and there without no structure, hoping the market will do something for you. It's bad trading, and it's very interesting. So your first 2 hours is called morning control. You wake up early in the morning enough to not rush. So if you know you're going to trade today, wake up early. So in order for you to wake up early and not feel tired, it means you need to sleep early, because you have a trading day. Are you with me? Somebody will be like, Cliff, is this all necessary? It is necessary, Chief. It is necessary. Please. It is necessary. Believe me, there are days that I slept late and I woke up early and I was tired. I can't make proper decisions. And those days, when the team and we have a team meeting, they can tell Cliff is exhausted. So when I come on the call like that, everybody is quiet, because they know that Cliff is going to stress us. So sometimes when I'm on the call, everybody is like, I'll ask them questions. Nobody will answer me, because they know if they give me the wrong answers, I'm a little bit irritated. Why? Because I'm tired. But the day that I'm in a good mood, I start cracking jokes. I'll be like, hey guys, this and they laugh. And I can tell they're also in a good mood. So everybody gets tired. So you need to understand, if you're going to trade on Tuesday, sleep early on Monday. Wake up early on Tuesday. Prepare your morning. Make sure all bad energy is away from you. It is not that difficult to ask for. You want to make money and you want to make it consistently. This is a good conversation to have. What do you think? Think about it. So at least you wake up early enough to not rush. Because if you're a single mom and you are now waking up 15, 30 minutes before London session, and while you are preparing food for your child, you are having your empty your trading view on your phone, and you are like, oh, okay, I think God will buy. Or maybe you are following signals and they will drop the signal, buy now. And then now you don't know if you should drop the child's food or you should click buy, or you don't know. You are just so disorganized. That is not how a trader will function properly. So you make sure you wake up early, you prepare it, and they will ask you, why are you so up early? Because I am doing trading within today. You are working. Are you with me? So number one, win the first 2 hours. Wake up early enough to not rush. At least 5 minutes to 10 minutes mindfulness, prayer, or gratitude. For me, I invest more time in prayer, sometimes an hour or so by the grace of God. Sometimes 30 minutes, sometimes to also when I rush, I sometimes forget, you know, that when I am sort of making my maybe if I am bathing, I'm like, oh, Father, in the name of Jesus, and because you are rushing, but you don't have to live like that. And it's normal. You can't always be perfect. It's understandable. But I'm basically trying to let you understand, but there are some times you need to relax and make sure that you are planning your day. So you wake up early, and then the declaration, we drop it between the window early in the morning, Dubai time. I drop it around 9 a.m., 10:30, 10:45 a.m. thereabouts. So you can always use that. It drops, you go. When you go there right now, you will see a couple of few ones there as well. So you go there, you check it out. You say, maybe I'm blessed, I'm this. You are declaring, it's part of the morning declaration. Mindset audio. I'm bringing new ones as well, but the ones that we have there right now, use it. It's all part of your morning control. Don't watch things that is going to basically disrupt your mind. And there is one thing that we are bringing right now to the community. It's called visualization video. So the visualization video is going to be very powerful. You guys will love it. Visualization video is a video that makes you visualize a trading day. Visualize you as a trader. Because I've realized that a lot of people cannot visualize what trading day of a trader looks like because there is no picture. And some of you guys like to learn in pictures. So you can't really tell, okay, should I wake up? Should I eat banana? Should I drink water? You don't know what to do. So I am making a video with a team whereby we're going to create a visualization video of how a trading day should look like for you to perform well, so that you can visualize it every single morning. There are going to be a couple of few visualization video. One of them is going to be a routine. One of them is going to be success ahead, so that you can picture what success actually looks like. Because a lot of people are not defining success well in trading, because success is not the one that bought the Lamborghini. Some people don't like Lamborghini anyway. So what if the person buys a Toyota Camry and he has money in the bank? It means he's not successful in trading. It doesn't work like that. Trading is the progressive realization of a wealthy ideal. Does that make sense? So you need to understand that all these things we are providing is to help your morning. Are you with me? Then number two, let's be quick. So number one, win the first 2 hours, meaning morning control. You wake up well. So if you're going to trade, maybe Tuesday, sleep early, wake up early, prepare, go. If you're going to school, make sure you know when you do what. So make sure your morning is much more structured. Why? Because the you behind the strategy will get into trouble if your mind is not well controlled within the first 2 hours. When you wake up, you're going to be stressed. So when you wake up, one of the bad habits I used to have is because, I have a community of people who always sometimes need information from me. Sometimes a couple of few weeks back, and even sometimes was a bad habit, I'll wake up in the first sentence I'm trying to see if, somebody needs help, email, whatever or not. But I started delegating that. But sometimes delegation is hard because we love to be in control, right? But if you do that, you start to destroy your mindset in the day. So make sure all things that will disrupt you is away for the first 2 hours. Make it a habit. First 2 hours is game time. You make sure your mind is ready within that day. Second thing, what is the second key to performing well within the day? You have to have a fixed session structure. It's called session control. Session control. I wrote down here that you can't control the markets, but you can control when and how you show up to it. You can't control the market, but you can control when and how you show up to it. You can't control the market, but you can control when and how you show up to it. What do I mean? Choose a certain session. There are people who tell me they trade 24 hours. And I'm wondering if they are both the market maker and then the retail trader at the same time. I wonder why you're trading 24 hours, but I understand what they mean. Anyways, so at least choose a session, because It is there for a reason. Whether pre-market session, whatever, is up to you, but choose a window. Because if you are an intraday trader and you are not choosing a session to perform well, you will behave anyhow, anytime, any day. Are you with me? So have a fixed session structure. If you say you want to trade London and New York, that is up to you. But make sure at least an hour and a half before the session, you are ready, both New York and London, so that you can be able to survive well. So that means both pre-market routine and post-market routine. Are you with me as an intraday trader? So number one, you need to understand that the you behind the strategy must be careful, if not your decision within the day. Now, somebody may be listening to me and say, Cliff, why do we need to do all this? I already told you, we have established that point, because the you behind the strategy, you have many things you are doing, many things. You are probably a student, a worker, many things within the day, because we have already established the point that intraday simply means within the day. And trading is not the only thing you do. So if trading is not the only thing you do, then we need to make sure you are safe so that you can also do trading within the day. Are you with me? So trade only selected session. London, New York, it doesn't matter. Don't overextend. Maximum 2-3 clean windows per day is okay. Now, windows here simply means that the structure around. So there are people who love kill zones. You only know when your kill zones happen. Kill zones normally happen between overlaps sessions. So you can also find that as something. I don't want to go into too much technical because some people may not. Talking about technical, guys, I have good news. I almost forgot this. Thank you, God. We are going to have our first TP bootcamp this year. The TP bootcamp is for people that are asking me, Cliff, how do we know the technicals? Cliff, how do we learn technicals? I am not going to teach technical analysis on this YouTube channel. No. But we are going to create a bootcamp, intensive bootcamp, that you are going to learn serious analysis skill sets. Bootcamp. You are going to also experience psychology here and there over there in the bootcamp. But this one is dedicated to those who are asking me, Cliff, how do I know, the technicals? When will you teach it? It's coming soon. Don't worry about it. It's just an announcement I just wanted to say, so that if you are here and you are thinking, Cliff, so are we ever going to learn technicals? Yes. You guys said it. We have heard you. We are doing it. So I'm going to organize a full comprehensive curriculum that is going to help you to understand the analytical side of trading, so that when you now come on this masterclass, you give me peace. So when we are teaching now about the psychology behind the strategy, don't ask me, Cliff, when am I going to? The bootcamp is coming. And when it comes, you show up. Okay. So number one, what did I say? You need to control your morning. Number two, you need to have a fixed session structure. Number three, filter trades through energy, not just strategy. This one is a good one. Filter trades through energy, not just strategy. Here I was talking about emotional control. See, there are some trades, before you even enter, you are panicking. Don't take that trade. It's not worth it. And there are trades that maybe you want to enter the trade because you need money now, and your heart is beating for that trade. Don't take that trade. Filter that trade. Know that, okay, you know what? But you see, the truth is, even if I tell you don't enter that trade, it's now against you, and it's like being in the midst of people who are all gassing up. Hey, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. When it's only just you in the. For example, when you go to any conference and they are saying, I'm great, and you two are saying you are great. Now you go home and your environment doesn't look great, and you're like, hey, God, so am I really great? Yes, you are. It just doesn't look like it now. So what I'm basically just trying to say is that when I tell you filter your trades, not just the setup, but also the emotional side, you will be like, yeah, okay, I'm going to do it. And then now the landlord is going to knock on your door, and you will look at the setup and be like, man, even though I know I can lose this trade, what if I win? And then you will force yourself and take it. So ladies and gentlemen, please, I know there are issues of life, but please give yourself at least 90 days and play the game well. It can change your life. Just be serious 90 days and be passionate about transformation. Believe me, yes, that landlord is going to knock your door. He's going to even threaten you and say, if you don't pay it, I will kick you out, whatever one not, or your mortgage, your bills, no issues. Just focus on the one thing that can change your life. Eventually, all the issues will go away. It will go away if you focus. At least 90 days, 1 year, just trust me, it works. Nothing lasts forever. So filter trades through energy, not just strategy. It's called emotional control. I wrote down here that check your energy and emotion before entry. How do I feel? I'm great. How do I feel? Well, I'm great, but I don't feel so good right now, but I'm great. I know that, maybe it's because I didn't sleep well, so I'm feeling a little bit exhausted. Maybe I should just talk to yourself. talk to yourself, because what we are doing already, people think we are mad anyways. So you don't have anything to lose about your identity. They already know you are mad. The fact that you are in the financial market, everybody thinks that you are crazy. Like, why would you do this? So don't worry about them thinking you are mad more. Just at least let them be right while you are making money, right? So talk to yourself. So let them think that you are mad, but talk to yourself, So just talk to yourself. How do I feel? Write it down. Journal your emotions. Study your patterns of emotion the same way you study the market patterns. Very important. And then, so number 3 is filter trades through energy. What are we talking about? 5 keys to performing well within a trading day. Number 1, win the first 2 hours. Number 2, have a fixed session structure. Whether London session, New York session, it doesn't matter. Number 3, filter trades through energy, not just strategy. How do you feel really matters behind the strategy. Number 4, have a midday reset. Guys, we have so many audios on the YouTube channel. The one you can listen to before you trade, the one you listen to after you trade, the one you listen to after a losing streak, and the one you listen to after a winning streak. Now, the one you listen to after a losing streak is not sweet to listen to. Imagine losing your account and you are seeing a video like that or an audio like that saying that, don't worry, you will be angry at me, but don't worry. Just be angry at me, but let's take it like, the medication, old medication, we call it chloroquine. Chloroquine, right? Yeah, how many of you guys know chloroquine? Very, very bitter. Yet, when it enters your body, that was then though, it will fight every malaria. So at the end of the day, see that mindset audio like chloroquine. Okay? See it like that. That when you finish having a losing streak, you are still hearing Cliff, and you're like, oh man, this guy is annoying, man. If I get him, don't worry. Just insult me, whatever you want. It's up to you. Since you will not say it to my face, just do whatever you can do, but still take the medication. Okay, so you need to have a midday reset. Whatever your day is going, breathe in, breathe out, whatever you gotta do. And that is why I'm super excited about the tools we are bringing in place for you guys as well. That is actual practical tools that you can use for your mindset renewing. Believe me, there are many things that is coming into this community. You guys will be mind blown. So have a midday reset or step away. It's called mental reboot. I'm gonna repeat this 4 things quickly and I'll give you the last one. Number 1, win the first 2 hours. Non-negotiable. Number 2, have a fixed session structure. Number 3, filter the trades through energy, not just strategy. Number 4, have a midday reset or step away. It's called mental reboot. Ladies and gentlemen, a lot of things is happening within the day. Sometimes even you can even buy a meal, especially in Dubai. When I got here in the beginning, and I was using a delivery company called Talabat. So in Talabat, if you're ordering a meal, sometimes if you don't tell them to add a spoon, and I have an amazing, interesting story I'll share with you guys. I will share it now. So you have a spoon that you put it in, and if you don't tell them you want the spoon, they will not put a spoon. But this is not even the most interesting part of what I mean by listen to me carefully now. It's a very interesting story. So I bought a meal on Talabat from one of the African restaurants here. I'm not going to mention the name. So I ordered for a certain kind of meal, but they didn't have the meal. Instead of them calling me to tell me they don't have the meal, they decided to replace the meal with something else. Now, ladies and gentlemen, listen. If I've bought something from you and you don't have what I'm looking for, at least give me the closest thing of what I am looking for so that my heart will find rest or my soul will find rest. Ladies and gentlemen, these people didn't put another food. They didn't put another drink. They didn't put that. They put something called, it's called what's a boneki? Boneki balm. A boneki balm. So they did put what we call a boneki balm. How many of you guys know? Maybe Nigerians, Ghanaians get a boneki. Why would you put a boneki balm in my food? I said I want this and that. Why would you put a balm to replace the drink I wanted to buy? Now, ladies and gentlemen, situations like this with that hunger, if you're not emotionally intelligent, you will be angry. And for a split second, I was like, wait, what? Why would you do that? So, ladies and gentlemen, listen, we live in a world where, apart from the trading, many things will annoy you. Many things will annoy you. So as a trader within the trading day, many things will annoy you. Somebody will insult you. Somebody can even, there are people sometimes the comments they put in some of our videos. Sometimes if I am not emotionally intelligent, I will stop doing the masterclass. I will even stop posting videos. But sometimes I watch it and I'm laughing. I'm like, don't worry, this person 2-3 years ago, he will come back and still watch the videos because you will know this is the truth. So you need to be able to understand that you need to preserve and protect your energy. Those friends that is always negative, run away. You know those friends? The ones that when you go near them, you start competing about who is the brokest one in the room. So, oh man, I'm hungry. Bro, your own is good. Me, I've not eaten for 2 days now. And so what? Why are we competing about who is suffering and who is brokest? Can we be a little bit, whether you complain or you don't complain, food is not in your stomach. We might as well just be grateful, isn't it? For the food we had 3 days ago. So energy. Make sure the friends around you are not competing about who is suffering and me, I'm suffering more than you. Yes, I know you are suffering. You win. You need to protect your energy. If not, it will affect your trading life. Why? Because your trading life and your actual life, they mirror each other. One more key. Debrief before the sun goes down. Ladies and gentlemen, the same way we have morning control, we have evening control. Morning control, evening control. If you don't also control your evening, your morning will be affected. See this word here? The things that makes people successful is nothing but systems and the person ready to follow the systems. That is it. One of the things that I came across, I think that was it Alex Homozy? He said something very interesting. He said that the way you go to bed also adds up to the way you behave in the day. So simple habits like picking up the clothes you want to wear before tomorrow goes way beyond. But to do that consistently, if you're not careful, you won't do it because you will tell yourself things like, what is the point? Why do I need to pick up my clothes I'll wear? If even some people are so negative, they will even be afraid, what if you don't wake up? You will wake up. You won't die. You will live and declare the works of the Lord. Listen to me carefully now. People will sometimes think certain things like this is not necessary. It's very necessary, ladies and gentlemen. Habit and routines is everything that makes somebody perform. Cristiano Ronaldo spends a lot of money on water. Thousands of dollars on just drinking water a month. And people were wondering why. Why? The guy is a top performer athlete. You're asking why he drinks those kind. The water might not be anything. It doesn't matter. But the fact that his brain knows he's spending 70,000, 50,000, 10,000 on water alone, the brain will submit to that price. Are you with me? So routines and the systems you put in place is very important. So as an intraday trader, ladies and gentlemen, there are many things that happen within the day. That is not only just trading. But you need to be able to understand. In order for your trading day also to perform well, you need to set routines and structure for your trading day. If not, the you behind the strategy will always sabotage your decisions. Like what? Over trading, revenge trading, fear of missing out. Now, fear of missing out is not happening because you don't want to lose the trade. It's just that you are afraid if it goes away, tomorrow, would you get the same trade again? Does that make sense? But all these things happens when you are frustrated and you are stressed. You will never be able to operate from a mindset that is experiencing fatigue. So these are the 5 keys to performing well within the day. You can borrow it and you can use it. Win the first 2 hours. It's called morning control. Have a fixed session structure. It's called session control. Filter trades through energy, not just strategy. It's called emotional control. And then have a midday reset or step away. It's also called mental reboot. And I have the final one, debrief before the sun goes down, meaning evening control. Ladies and gentlemen, I have given you guys more than just a system. Day in, day out, every single week. If you listen to all the information we are putting here, there is no way your life in trading must remain the same. You may have started from episode 1 and you didn't believe all the things I was saying, no problem. Episode 2, episode 3, episode 4. If after 90 days listening to these masterclasses, something little doesn't even shift in your life and you were serious, really listening, you don't need to subscribe to this channel. I truly believe that. But if something is changing for you, then you need to know that truly you are the right place. We are still on our our series. Next week, God willing, will be the last episode of this series, and we are going to be talking about swing trading, swing trading. It's going to also be the last one, and then after that we will start a new topic. I can't wait. I wanted to teach that topic today because I was so desiring to teach that topic, but I was like, let me wait and finish this series, and then we take it out from there. So with that all being said, ladies and gentlemen, if you have learned something today and you are leaving this call with something, with some understanding, knowing that from today going on, when we put the declarations, you will take it seriously because you know it's part of controlling your morning. We put in the effort. I put in the effort to do the things we do here because I truly believe there is a different category of traders rising up. And these traders are people that are understanding that trading is a business. And if trading is a business, we are going to talk about that also as well on this masterclass this coming next few weeks. How to be able to build business in trading. As soon as we are done with this series, we are going to talk about the career side of trading and so on and so forth, and the kind of mindset you need to survive as a business trader, and so on and so forth. So I'm looking forward to all these things. Also, look forward to the visualization video. It's going to be dropping, and then we'll take it out from there. With that all being said, thank you so much, guys, for joining this masterclass today. I appreciate you all. Love you all. God bless you all. I am still on the NeuroSim testing. The product that we are testing to see how it will stimulate your vagus and to help your mindset when you are just stimulating your vagus here. I will give you guys a feedback how it also goes. I will analyze it every single thing and we'll take it out from there. So many things are coming. Many things are happening. Thank you so much for joining this masterclass. God bless you all. And I'm signing out. Bye-bye.
Trading is a mind game.